Charlamagne Tha God here.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace recently launched the latest version of their platform, Squarespace 7, which has a completely redesigned interface, integrations with Getty Images and Google Apps, 15 new templates, and an incredible feature called Cover Pages, okay? Try the new Squarespace with a free trial at squarespace.com and enter offer code IDIOTS at checkout to get 10% off.
And make sure you check out our website, which is brought to you by Squarespace at www.brilliantidiots.com.
Yeah, go there and buy a t-shirt.
Yo, the t-shirts are going quick.
Where's the money?
I need to know where the money is too, Chris.
Who
Where
got
is
the
money?
goddamn
Who
money?
The money, Chris? Because these people are paying.
Let me check my new phone right here.
All right, good. Yeah, you got that 6.
Now, this episode was also brought to you by NATUREBOX, okay? You know you're gonna snack. So just get smart about snacking with NATUREBOX. Go to naturebox.com/idiots to get a free trial box of delicious snacks. Let me tell you something about this NATUREBOX. That NATUREBOX ain't gonna never stop booming.
No.
Every day on my Twitter timeline, when I say every day, somebody's getting a new free thing of NATUREBOX.
I think we are single-handedly helping the obesity epidemic in America, one NATUREBOX at a time.
I don't know how NATUREBOX is making any damn money giving away all that free product.
Well, I'm not worried about that. As long as they pay us and they give away free shit, I'm totally fine. Hey, NATUREBOX, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I want to know the numbers at the end of this year.
NATUREBOX is the gift that keeps on giving, clearly.
Exactly.
Somebody did tweet me and say, last year, free NATUREBOX. This year, free NATUREBOX. More power to you, NATUREBOX.
Hey, okay. Shit, if you can get more than one, go for it, guys. All right, I got some shows coming up. I'm going to be in St. Louis, Missouri at the Valley Park Funny Bone, January 22nd through 24th. I'll be in West Nyack, New York at Levity Live, February 12th through 15th. I'll be in Sunnyvale, California, NorCal. Come out. I'll be at Rooster Tea Feathers on the February 19th through 22nd. Buffalo, New York. I'll be at Helium Comedy Club March 12th through 14th. And Dallas, Texas. I'll be at Hyenas March 19th through 21st. And Long Island, New York, I'll be at McGuire's Comedy Club 3-27. That's March 27th through the 28th. Thank you, man.
Now, what's been going on this week, Schultz?
Terrorism, man.
Terrorism.
Paris. You heard about that shit in Paris?
I heard about what happened in Paris.
What do you think?
Was that over the cartoon?
I was over the cartoon, man.
I think that, like I always say,
it's not the first time that this happened, by the way, that there's been, terrorists have attacked a newspaper or a cartoon publication.
The newspaper does like satire, and I think they made fun of the Prophet Muhammad or something like that.
They made fun of. They had him kissing a man.
Okay,
a slobbering kissing a man. But the reality is, anytime you draw Muhammad, it's an offense, right? It's blasphemy or whatever. I'm not familiar exactly.
I don't know.
But and then they just shot up. Charlie Hebdo is the name of the publication. Yeah, and they went in there. They shot up. They killed like 12 people and. I guess this Al Qaeda guy is taking responsibility for it. They killed 3 of the 4 terrorists, and then one, the chick, got away.
Listen, like I always say, man, you can say whatever you want about people. You can draw whatever you want about people, but you never know how that person is going to be offended, and you don't know how that person is going to react.
So,
and you can't say that they went too far because you don't know that person.
Okay.
I tell people that all the time. You spit on somebody, then that person pulls out a gun and shoots you. Then people be like, you didn't have to shoot him. Well, you didn't have to spit on him either.
But this is similar. This is to a greater extent, your can I get a drop moment when you think about it.
What you mean?
Like some people attacked you. They choreographed an attack on you for some shit that you said.
Oh, absolutely.
They choreographed an attack on these people for some shit that they did.
You can't, when you offend something, you can say what you want.
But no, it comes with a consequence.
No, it comes with consequences, and you never know what those consequences are going to be.
Okay, but here's a question. Right? Are those consequences realistic? Like, at what point do we have to sit back and go, you can't kill 12 people because of a cartoon?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
To me, it does.
You know why it doesn't matter? Because you don't know the psyche of the people you're offending.
But we have to tell them that this is not how you fight back. This guy said something really funny. This guy, Kurt Metzger, he's like, draw your own cartoon satirizing French people. That's what you need to do, Al Qaeda. Get a fucking cartoonist, draw a cartoon of French people making out with each other, whatever you think. Draw a cartoon of French people fucking, I don't know, doing something they don't like to do.
That sounds amazing.
Drinking shitty wine. I don't know what it is.
That sounds good in theory, but you're satiring somebody's God. The person they are down to die for.
But maybe you're thinking too much about this guy. Like I'm starting to think about this shit because there's all this stuff like about Islamophobia going on, which is like, people basically homophobia, but for Islam, for Muslims and shit like that. And I'm starting to think like, where are Like, Muslims that I meet in America have been, super nice, just kind Americans to me. I just see them as Americans. I don't really see them that happen to believe in Islam, right? But when you go to, like, any country that is ruled by a religion before law, right? Where are they doing any good? What country that's ruled by religion first and then law? Do women have rights? Do gays have rights? What country are they not fucking stoning people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to really think, like, it's not necessarily a religious thing. It's not only Islam. But if the countries run religious first, it's fucked up. And maybe we shouldn't be running countries religion first. That's where this fucked up shit comes from. That's where if that's the first thing that happens in your life, of course you're going to kill for God because it's that important.
I think when it comes to religion, religion to me is like law anyway, because they follow everything by the book, but you still have to have some humanity. And I don't believe that there's any God who would want all of those deaths in that way.
Here's my feeling. I feel if it's insulting to kill on behalf of God, because it's like, if I'm God, I'm like, yo, I got this.
Are you down to die for God?
Hell no.
Exactly.
But I wasn't raised without God.
Jesus was. The Jesus that most people in America worship died for God. Died for our sins.
So that who doesn't have to? You know what I'm saying? That's why they need a Jesus, yo. Hey, man, these terrorists need a Jesus.
This one guy died for everybody.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you don't got to die no more, man.
You don't got to do it.
Fuck the virgins while they're here.
Hey,
you don't need to go to heaven for that shit.
Hey, man, God, I believe in you. I don't know what show to talk about. I believe in you.
Is it Allah?
I just believe in God. I used to be in the 5% Nation of Islam. I used to study Islam. I used to do all that. I was a Jehovah's Witness. I used to call God Jehovah. I used to call him Allah. You know what God stands for me? Gain your own definition. That's it.
There's no why there?
No, it's no why. Gain your own definition.
So phony.
It is.
It's so phony.
Every acronym doesn't have to be.
You know what God stands for?
Every acronym doesn't have to have G. It don't have to be GYOD.
That's the whole point of an acronym.
No, it's
not.
The
whole point of an acronym is you take the first letter and apply that to a word. Yes, I'm serious.
That is not true.
There's
so many acronyms that don't have fucking
GOAT, greatest of all time, not the greatest person who has ever lived of all time.
Man. I'm going to look it up.
That's the whole point of an acronym.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but it's plenty of them. Plenty of acronyms that have like a your.
No, a your is its own word. You can have an of or an and, but you can't have in its own word.
Gain your own definition.
But that's my point, is you took a little bit of liberty.
Okay. Well, you can say gain liberty. You can say gain own definition.
Gain own definition. Fine.
That's it. And that's what God stands for to me.
That's perfect.
Hold on one second.
Anyway, so Charlamagne's back. He just had to take a phone call.
I had to take a phone call. That was a casting director that I know. I met her when I did a movie called Grow House last year, starring Little Duval and D-Ray. And I knew the name looked familiar, so I had to answer that because these people don't call you back. And
no, that's good. You guys can get that movie on VHS.
No, it's
Canada.
actually supposed to be in theaters.
So if you can. Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
It's directed by DJ Pooh. DJ Pooh's the same guy that did Friday and The Wash and Three Strikes.
I didn't know Duval's movies made it to theaters. This is exciting.
DJ Pooh did all the Rockstar Game stuff. I mean, it's supposed to. I don't know if it is, but from what I heard, it's supposed to be in theaters like soon. Like,
all right, so let's get back to this religion discussion. I think it comes down to this. I think you're crazy if your country is run by religion and not by law. You need a separation. I think there's amazing Muslims, Jews, Christians in America, and I think the reason that is because law comes first, then religion. And we all respect this law thing, and the things that our religion does not agree with the law doesn't matter, because the law supersedes it. So if your religion says, hey, man, sorry, but women, you got to treat them like cattle, too bad. In America, you're not allowed to treat women like cattle. So it doesn't matter what your religion says. And I think that's important. You need these fucking laws. If your country is run by some ideas that didn't even make sense 4,000 years ago, of course some asinine shit is going to happen.
Listen, the truth to the matter is I don't believe in religion at all. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I feel like religion doesn't do anything but cause motherfucking confusion. I feel like anytime you're sticking to a script, and especially when it's a man-made script that somebody wrote and told you to follow, I think it's just too much room for error.
Agreed.
When it comes to that. Because you know why? People pick and choose when they want to follow that letter. Yeah. Well,
I think laws are based on morality.
There you go.
And I think sometimes religion supersedes morality. Like, religion could tell you to treat a woman this way, but in your heart, you're like,
you know it's wrong.
I don't think I should make her wear that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So, agreed. So, if we take laws, the dudes that wrote the Constitution were some badass motherfuckers when you think about it. because they could have just written in them having all the power.
They kind of did.
Nah, they divided it up. They said they divided up between. I mean, obviously racially it was fucked up, but in terms of
for black people,
it wasn't written for black people
or women.
But when you think about
the
it,
Constitution was written for white men.
But here's the thing, right? All right, white male landowners. Okay, that's fine. But when you think about it, they could have just written, you know what? We're in charge of everything. They purposely divided up the power amongst the three branches of government so that not any single branch would have the fact that they weren't power hungry is mind-boggling to me.
Well, didn't they write the Constitution together? It wasn't just one political party.
No, it was a bunch. No, it was a bunch of dudes. 12 of them or some shit like that.
Yeah, but they were all parts of different political parties, right? I'm sure it wasn't all Republicans or all Democrats or all Dixiecrats or whatever the fuck was popping at that time.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But
we're the brilliant idiots. We really don't fucking know.
I just think it's dope that you could just write all the power. Motherfuckers couldn't read at that time. You know they had a written constitution and most people couldn't even read? Yeah. And they were like, yeah, we believe in this shit.
That's the same thing they used to do with the slaves. They used to motherfucking introduce the slaves to religion and tell them what was in the Bible. They couldn't fucking read.
Fuck, because they just had no choice but to believe it. They just like the stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's why the stories in the Bible are so exaggerated, because it's like you really need to make it wild.
Listen, man, I've been telling people for the longest, when you're young, like growing up as I was as a Jehovah's Witness, the Bible seems so amazing. When you get older, you're just like, all right, now this is some bullshit. This is for entertainment factor. If I was to tell you right now, Schulz, a snake came to me in a garden, and a snake told me that to eat the fruit off the tree that God told me not to, you'd be like, you need to stop doing fucking prescription pills.
Exactly.
You need to stop smoking
get off
weed,
this LSD and
Charlamagne.
mushrooms.
What the fuck is wrong with you? It's so many holes in the Bible. Like when they say Adam and Eve were the first two people on the planet. They had Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel, but then Cain went off and found a wife. Now wait a minute.
If there are only two, where the fuck is his wife?
What the fuck was the wife? What the fuck?
So here's the dope thing though. When you're with your boys telling stories, right? What the fuck do you do? If a story's born, you exaggerate that shit. And how do we know that that's not, like you said, people are just telling these biblical stories. So how do we know they're not telling the story about, oh yeah, this guy made a boat and he had some animals, and then some guy starts nodding off and he's like, and there was a dinosaur on that shit.
My nigga,
like, listen, this story is dope.
It's a lot of high shit.
Yo, they might have been smoking.
Yo, I was fucking this bitch in the garden, my nigga. Man, I was fucking this shit on this bitch. We was walking around naked, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's what the fire was. Didn't they say a bush caught fire?
No, the burning bush.
That burning bush might have been that kush. It might have been that burning kush.
Listen, I was fucking her so crazy that she said my dick started talking to her.
Oh, I thought it was a snake. She said my dick was a snake.
My dick was a snake, nigga. She's talking about the snake is talking to me.
Man, take this.
This snake is saying, I am hungry, I want some fruit. Adam, they was high.
Yo.
Eve had the munchies. That's why she ate everything off that goddamn tree God told her.
That's right. They were high. Maybe the whole Bible, they were fucking high. And maybe that's why these terrorist groups are so angry, because maybe Muhammad wasn't as high as Jesus was back in the day when he wrote the shit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it was though? I think over time it was exaggeration.
Oh, that's with everything.
Like, first of all, Moses splitting the Red Sea. No way, Jose.
Why?
You split a whole sea, Schulz, and walked your army through it.
Come on, man. You can't believe that?
No.
Have some faith, Charlamagne.
Some high shit. That have nothing to do with faith.
Nah, I don't.
My God has shown me in my 34 years of existence, shit like that don't happen.
No,
bro.
I agree.
So God has just chilled on the magic tricks over the years? over the years, God was like, I ain't about to show y'all how I used to get down. Okay?
Yo, what if every once in a while he pops up? Like every once in a while. Well, that's what if happens. He's just sitting up there like, they still can't find that Malaysia flight, huh? I still got it. We making shit disappear it's Nathan.
I do wish God every now and then just popped out the sky to be like, I'm watching y'all.
I mean, you wouldn't need anything if that was the case.
People would straighten up though.
Immediately,
just to know there really is a higher power watching over us all. It would make everybody straighten up immediately.
That's why in every, you ever notice in every fucking X-Men or any of those, what are they called?
Comic books? Yeah.
You ever notice there's the only thing that brings us together is when an alien life form or something else comes to attack all of us.
Listen, that's what I was saying about racism.
We need a
fucking alien. We need an alien, or we need North Korea to fucking point something over here to be like, all right.
Yo, so we can all hate North Korea.
Yes, I'm going to show all y'all and not only that, I'm going to show all y'all motherfuckers, y'all just Americans to us. It ain't no black, it ain't no white.
You're
When
just
I drop this
Yeah.
nuke, everybody's gonna get it.
Because that shit happens. Independence Day. Remember how united we were on Independence Day in that
After
movie?
9/11.
No, fuck, that's true.
After
Shit.
9/11, everybody had love for each other. The only people you didn't like is fucking Arabs.
That's very insensitive of you.
Am I
That's
lying,
very
though?
insensitive. Nah, people did not like him.
At all.
People did not like
They used to get harassed at the airport. Cab drivers used to get cursed out. People were seeing them and feeling uneasy. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
It was all about, we was all
I
American.
never felt that.
I never felt that either.
I never felt that at all. And I always felt bad like when they had to like put the American flag on a taxi to like let us know that they were
Patriotic.
on our side.
What? That's because you're a person that deals with humanity and you deal with
Yeah.
morals and you don't judge people and you don't have prejudice. It's a difference.
I don't care what religion you are as long as you have morality first.
No, I definitely care about what religion you are.
I don't.
I'm going to tell you what religion I don't fuck with at all.
What's that?
Satan worshipers. Fuck you.
Worship it.
Nah, hell no.
Worship it. What's wrong with them?
Bro, 'cause that's evil.
But
Like you're ultimately just bowing down to evil. That's
yeah,
it.
but it's like if you don't believe in religion, it shouldn't matter which one it is.
No, Satan worshipers are evil, dog.
So you believe in Satan worshippers as a religion, but all the other religions you don't believe.
What do you mean?
You just told me you don't believe in religion, right?
Uh-huh.
But all of a sudden, Satan worshippers.
But you don't have to be a religion to submit your will to Satan. Just like you don't have to be in a religion
well,
to
there
submit
is
your
a
will to God.
There is a satanic religion, right?
I know that.
So what I'm saying
I'm telling
is,
you, I don't fuck with people who submit their will to Satan. So I consider that a Satan worship.
okay, but what if people submit their will to other evil people? Like
You're
what
just
if?
as stupid to me.
Okay, so what
Like
if
people that join those cults, like it was with Charles Manson and
ISIS.
Jim Jones and all of them ISIS. No. You're ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't fucking camera and behead a motherfucker, and like you said, you don't do that in the name of God.
Yo, why doesn't YouTube shut this shit down?
Because it gets too many views, dog.
So YouTube is banking? That'd be
Sure,
fucked up. That'd be
YouTube got
fucked up if there was
YouTube
like
got some dope ass ads
ad on the front of it.
YouTube got New Era, the hat company.
No, not
whenever
New
they
Era.
do the beheadings,
No, Cutco knives.
New Era always.
What if YouTube was putting Cutco knife commercials right before the beheading? That shit would be so fucked up.
Cutco knives and New Era hats.
This hat is
always on the beheading. Always on the beheading.
Yo, what if that would be the most fucking diabolical, fucked up shit if they were profiting off the beheadings? But what if we did that? What if we shut down all of their ability to tell people that they beheaded stuff?
Bro, if you shut down most people's ability to show 98% of the bullshit they do online,
Then
a lot of it'll stop.
So then why don't we do that? Why don't we just make that effective?
Because we keep watching the shit. It's the Satan Scott Young theory I have with Mona Scott Young shows. If you hate these shows so
Then
much,
stop watching
them.
Fuck.
Don't sit there and watch these shit as a captive audience and tweet about it because the ratings go through the roof.
So we need to stop that shit.
Higher ratings, more advertisers. This show's not going nowhere. They canceled the sorority sister shit though.
What's Sorority Sisters?
Sorority Sisters is this show that they say Mona Scott Young was behind it, but I don't know. She kind of backed away from it because the Greeks were so upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was all of these girls who used to be in sororities. They graduated from school, but they're still in sororities.
Yeah.
It was just ratchet assholes.
So it's like a Bad Girls Club, but with sororities.
It's just like fucking Lies in Hip Hop the Kappa, the AKA edition. Lies in Hip Hop the Delta edition. That's basically what
So
it fucking
it's
was.
Lies in Hip Hop with choreographed dance moves.
Exactly. So,
All right.
shit is some bullshit.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah. We're going to bring our guest in like 5 minutes.
I saw this porn site last night that made me like put a lot of shit in perspective for me. I feel like life is so convenient now. Every app is about convenience. I'm on the internet looking for some porn, and there's this porn site called createmypornstar.com.
Okay.
Right? Where you can literally choose what color hair, anal, what race she is, big tits, small tits, big ass, all that. You choose all these fields, and it filters all the porn to just the porn you want.
Were you and Sarah on this together, your girlfriend?
Nah. She wasn't. She wasn't.
Sarah, what the fuck are you doing in that house?
I don't know. She was doing some other shit. I don't know.
Your man is bored, boo. Sarah, Andrew is bored.
Listen, that's not true. That's not true, baby.
Pornstar.com.
Listen, I was looking for research purposes only. I was actually looking to make sure you weren't on those sites. Okay, that's what I was doing.
What does your girl look like?
My girl looks good, man.
That you built.
I built her on that shit like Build a Bay.
What she look like?
Build a bitch.
Build a Bay. No, Build a Bay.
BuildABay.com.
BuildABay.com. What she look like?
I built a North Korean chick. It was amazing.
Holy shit.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, it was just dope. It was a dope idea for someone to create that. And I'm seeing all these.
Seen that before though.
You have seen that?
That's weird science. Somebody just saw weird signs, was like, let's
and
make a
made
website.
that into a website.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's what every app is and everything right now? Like you can get some shit delivered to your house, even if the place doesn't deliver. There's an app where a dude will just go on a bike, pick up your burrito, and then bike it over to your fucking house.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think that's why this generation is lazy? Is because they've never had to work for anything at all.
Not only is this generation lazy, this generation's brain power is fucked up.
How you figure?
Because I've been telling people for the past month, you have to disconnect from technology to reconnect with yourself.
Okay.
We have lost so much of our primitive instincts. We've lost them. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. It was a time when you could go outside and you could know if it was about to rain. You could feel danger coming. You could even feel something good coming.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's tapping into their primitive instincts no more because we're relying on technology for every fucking thing.
So, like, back in the day, you could feel a biker was about to hit you on the street.
Bro, listen, what's more powerful than your brain? All this shit is designed after our brains.
Yo, remember when you were young and in class and you could feel someone looking at you?
Yes!
Does that make sense?
You can't do that no more. You know why? Because everybody's too busy looking down at their goddamn phone, so nobody is looking at you.
Yeah.
We've lost all our primitive instincts.
Sometimes I'll feel my phone vibrating and it doesn't even vibrate. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Those are the new instincts that I have.
That
Like,
is
I'm
so fucked up.
So our survival skills are fucked. Like, if we had to go back out there into the world,
They're undone.
rap
They're undone. Let some real,
apocalyptic
shit happen, and we gotta fucking live off the land again. We would not know what the fuck to do. You know who made me think about this shit? Two things. Well, I kind of was feeling that way, and then whenever I'm feeling that way, I always just go to the bookstore and I let my instincts lead me to certain things. So I picked up two books. I picked up David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell,
you sent me.
and I picked up
Brain Games.
NATUREBOX.
A
brain exercise thing by Dr. Lawrence Katz. When I thought about it, it's a quick read too, like 180 pages, quick read, and you can always refer back to it. But Shane Gandy, who I've been thinking about a lot lately for some reason. Shane Gandy from Buckwild, God bless the dead. This kid was 21 years old from West Virginia, didn't use nothing. He didn't have a phone. If you wanted to get in touch with him, you had to call like his homeboy to go to his house and go get him. Yeah. That's why they couldn't find him when he was deceased. I mean, they wouldn't have found him anyway because he wouldn't answer the phone. But what I'm saying is, they just didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
So this kid had the best instincts. Like, and what I mean by that is,
it's interesting.
When I brought him to New York, literally, we drove like from Times Square to the Lower East Side, which is about how long? Well, maybe
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
This kid knew every street on the way back.
Charlamagne, the streets are numbered.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying.
The streets go from 1 to 40 seconds.
You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't looking at it like that. He was just looking at what he was observing.
Okay.
That's all it simply was. He was like, go this way, go that way. He didn't know. He's never been to New York.
He remembered the route.
He'd never been to New York.
Okay. Yeah.
And then when we was driving in the car one day, and he goes, yo, do you know FedEx trucks? He said, you know the logo of the FedEx has an arrow. An arrow that goes
but everybody knows that.
All the way around it.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Well, it's in between the X.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do you notice that shit? And he said, because I don't be on them goddamn space boxes like you motherfuckers. That's what he called them. He said, I don't be on those goddamn space boxes like you motherfuckers. But his primal instincts were crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so crazy. I mean, it'd be weird shit that, like, we'd be sitting down. And it's old shit that I used to could do. We was sitting down on the hill in West Virginia. And you wouldn't hear nothing. And he'd be like, oh, that's grandma coming. Like, what you mean grandma's coming? She'll be in a minute. 5-10 minutes later, you see the car coming down the road. Like, how'd you do that? He said, I heard her because the car got some shit. And, I forgot he was something in the car, like a clicking in the hood that he heard 10 minutes before the shit even came. Right. But that's because he's so in tune with everything. And me growing up in the country, I used to live on a dirt road. I could sit on a porch. Certain things shouldn't be coming down the dirt road. So you'd be like, is that a car? Like, man, ain't no car coming. Nah, yeah, a car coming. We could hear shit coming off the highway. Like, that's how in tune we were with our instincts.
Yeah.
Now a motherfucker can walk right up on you, and you wouldn't be paying no attention. Shit is different, man.
Yeah, I feel that way. I feel I'm way more distracted because of my phone, and maybe I miss out on stuff. Like, I find, like, I don't know if you feel this in the city, but growing up in New York, I would never look at the lights when I cross the street.
Yeah.
I would only look at the cars. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even if it was green, I never knew if it was red, green, yellow.
Yeah.
I'd only see if there were cars coming.
See if they would stop the move. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just because I didn't really trust that. But maybe there's something that now I'm just on my phone. I just wait for the light to be green so that I can walk kind of in safety. But it is, I feel maybe a little bit detached from my surroundings.
We're all detached from our surroundings, man. I'm telling you, we have to disconnect from technology to reconnect with ourselves. All of this shit is designed after our brain.
Just to let you know, I went to the neurologist last week because of my whole brain shit. I was fucked up, you know? And she told me that book is bullshit, the NATUREBOX.
Why is it bullshit?
That's what she told me, dog. I sat there because I remember I was like, hey, what do you think about NATUREBOX? Do you think I should, look into that kind of stuff as some brain exercises? Because I took a whole test to make sure my brain was good. Like literally 38 questions, 40 questions. She had me doing all these walk things, memorizing
why she told
things.
you that, right?
Why is that?
She told you that because that book probably takes money out of her pockets. Because everything you're telling me that you had to do at the doctor, the book tells you to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If I do have a problem, then I make more money with her. So it's in her best interest to tell me I have a problem. She said I don't have a problem, and she told me that I don't need the book.
You don't have a problem?
Because I don't have a fucking problem, bro. That's why. It's a good thing that I don't have a problem.
You to stop coming to me.
Why would she tell me I don't have herpes? Because I don't have fucking herpes, dude.
Yeah, something is wrong with your head, Schulz. You need to come see me every week.
Listen.
Yeah, we're going to bring in Desus and Mero.
All I'm saying is, she said, according to the research that her and her colleagues have done, is that NATUREBOX shit is bullshit.
I don't believe that.
But this is what she did say, and this was interesting. She's like, you have to do active, engaging activities.
Yes.
And she said this, like, watching TV is passive, right?
Yes.
But she said reading a book or playing video games is active. She actually said playing video games, studies have shown to increase neural pathways.
Yeah, because you're thinking.
And it's hand-eye coordination.
Yes.
So it's like, in a weird way, you know how people tell your girl that shit. When she's bothering you about playing video games, let her know I'm trying to knock that Alzheimer's out here, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm at the gym.
All right, let's just do this mid-roll so we can bring in our guest for this week. Now,
all right.
Folks, we want to talk about Squarespace. Chances are you've been over to billionidiots.com to check out our t-shirts, some of our videos too.
Yep.
Salute to Squarespace. They're so easy, man. Even idiots like us managed to figure out how to build a site, get our merchandise up there, and even sent out to you, no problem. And let's just say in the future we decided to add a line of Dick Talk t-shirts. Sounds exciting.
Titties, toes, t-shirts.
Sounds exciting, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be easy because Squarespace made it easy, all right? You'll have the same experience. So if you're new to Squarespace, check it out. If you've been hearing about Squarespace for a long time, well, now there's more with Squarespace 7.
That means redesigned user interface, okay? Integration with Google Apps and cover pages. This is good for portfolios, business websites. Read more about squarespace.com/7. If you got a business, you need a website, plain and simple. That's your business card, so make sure you get up on that.
That's right. So sign up now for Squarespace. It's only $8 a month, and you get a free domain if you buy Squarespace for the year. Start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today.
So when you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure you use the offer code IDIOTS to get 10% off your first purchase and to show your support for our podcast. That's our promo code IDIOTS. Squarespace, start here, go anywhere.
That's right. Let's continue with the show.
What's up, fellas?
In the building right now. The motherfucking BX is in the building.
BX all day, baby.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Borough, highest annual rate in the nation.
I got mad durags.
All right, shout out to all the unwed mothers out there who haven't reached 14 yet.
We got Desus Nice and the Kid Mero.
All right, young Chipotle in the building. Human
It's your
Durag
boy.
Flat, Mr. Clipper Newport from the probation office. We out here.
Fuck.
See, that's what I love. I like when real New Yorkers come around.
That's right.
Because when real New Yorkers come around, everybody changes. Like, yo, your BX is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Glad I wore my Timbs today.
Yo, there's a lot of Tims going on in the studio right
Word.
now.
There's like
Yeah,
16
very
pieces.
All four of us.
Hell yeah.
Listen, I want to say, man, salute to y'all. I feel like I'm watching the rise of Desus and Mero. You know, because I just thought y'all were two guys trolling the fuck out of people on Twitter.
Listen, it worked.
What are we doing?
But now I walk into MTV offices and I see y'all at your cubicles and you're working.
That's right.
You know, and what I like about it, you're on Guy Code now. You're on. We got a show called Joking Off coming on MTV too.
That's right.
And y'all haven't stopped the trolling.
Nah, making it worse. Making it worse.
That's what got me here,
It's worse
baby.
now because like the people you troll actually they know what you look like and they'll see you and they'll be like, yo, I didn't appreciate that. You're like, Now you can be like playful and be like, just joshing with you. Before you had to be like, what nigga? What you gonna do? Take that joke.
With the Paul McCartney shit.
Oh man.
Do you know that this shit is gonna piss people off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, like,
Explain
in my mind,
the Paul McCartney shit,
All
first of all, for people who don't know.
on New Year's, Kanye and Paul McCartney dropped the track. I did a harmless tweet, was drunk out my mind probably at a New Year's party. Right. And I was like, hey, Kanye is always discovering new artists. This Paul McCartney guy is going to be huge. That's it?
That's it.
And I laughed because I was like, yo, that's going to get a couple of chuckles on Twitter. People was going to be like, LOL.
No.
Drunk, turned off my phone, got wasted, did Jello shots, woke up the next morning, got all these text messages. People was like, yo, you was on Good Morning America, you was on Morning Joe. I was like, all right, we making it. They was like, USA Today called you an idiot. I was like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And I look, and it's just like, people just like, you fucking idiot, this. Learn about history, learn about music. They hit me with Wikipedia articles talking about, oh, the Beatles the best selling, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, the thing is, like, I'm not invested in this. I don't give a fuck. You come with stats and information. I have no use for that. But these people feel so passionately. You have people who made Twitter accounts just to tweet at me Beatles facts. And it's just like, you'll see like someone will tweet at you 7 times, like the Beatles this, and I'm not reading any of it.
I feel sorry for you. You don't know what the Beatles are.
You don't know anything about
Just
music.
to give a background, a long time ago we said, I made a joke saying like, yo, if you want to infuriate any white person, just say that the Beatles are trash. You know what I mean? And they will fucking fly off the handle. You could tell them like, fuck your mother.
They don't even have to
You know what I'm
like the
saying?
Beatles.
Yeah, no.
It's just the idea of you slandering the Beatles is just like,
how are you?
it's like what happened in Paris with the guys with the AK. Like you cannot. That's the equivalent. Like I think the Beatles are to white people what Muhammad is to Muslims.
For real.
You cannot slander
What
them.
if some Beatles
no
fans
attachment to the Beatles whatsoever.
What if some
my
Beatles
whole
fans
life.
behead y'all?
Yo,
Like, what if some Beatles fans go to Target, buy Beatles t-shirts, and come behead Desus and Mero?
Yo, then we have transcended. We have made it.
Yeah,
That like if I'm like a trending topic and like and I get a mention and like and I get like a freestyle, somebody be like, yo, behead you like Jesus, I'll be up in heaven like, yo, we made it.
Out
Nigga,
here.
we made it.
Fuck,
It's
man.
funny
It's
to-
almost anti-Beatles philosophy to be angry at you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
the Beatles really preach this peace, unity
peace,
shit, and now they're coming at your heads for not knowing who the
See?
fucking Beatles
No, I've
were.
even doubled down on it. Like my other thing, I constantly say this. I always say, John Lennon's "Imagine" is the worst song in the whole
Imagine
entire world.
all the people.
Oh, man,
I
I
don't
get so
listen
mad.
to the Beatles.
Love that
I
song.
don't.
People fucking love that song, and you know everyone loves John Lennon. They're like, oh, he's a peaceful guy, and people were just like, listen, you piece of shit. If I ever catch you talking about Imagine again, I will fuck you up.
It's crazy.
Who are these fans of yours?
These people, they're not my fans. They're just like eggs on Twitter and just random people who have 26 tweets, haven't tweeted since like, I want to say 2008,
Yeah.
but they are so outraged by what I'm saying, they need to get this tweet off. This semi-racist tweet. Like,
I be
you
wanting to know the
people. And I'm
demo
like,
of these
shit.
people. Because I don't know shit about the Beatles, bro.
Me either.
Neither do
Yeah.
I.
Yeah,
never
neither.
listened
I
to
just
the
know that
Beatles.
it makes white people very mad.
But what white
Furious,
people?
though.
Because I'm white and I never felt any attachment to the Beatles.
There
None of my boys listen to
doesn't
the
seem to
Beatles.
be
Are your
any
parents
kind of
immigrants?
overrunning
My mom is an
demographic.
immigrant.
That's probably it.
From Scotland, which would make her an
So,
even
even bigger
bigger
Beatles.
Beatle fan. My parents are old too. My dad's
Okay.
like 73, my mom's 67 or 68, so it's like maybe they missed that a little bit. Like they were more
Right.
early, maybe Elvis and like Ray Charles and shit.
Right.
So like if I was like fuck Elvis, your mom would be like, no, fuck you.
I don't think that's actually a good Scottish
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah, right here.
I was ready for it to be shitty,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it was good.
I'm very cultured.
I was almost ready to like
cultured.
roll my-
DuckTales,
I was
kind of
gonna
Irish
think
thing.
it
That was
was
good.
Don't ask me to say any more words. Like I
But,
say, fuck you.
Yeah,
That's about
it was the up on the U. It was the inflection on the U. That was great.
here.
I mean,
Culture.
to be honest with you, the only reason I think I really respect the Beatles is because, number one, all the records they sold, but number two, because they got a t-shirt in Target. I feel like you.
So does
not a
Wu-Tang though
legendary-
now. So Wu-Tang
That's
does
what I'm
not
saying.
too.
You're not a legendary
Biggie
rap
too.
group if you don't have a t-shirt in Target. Wu-Tang, the Beatles,
Yeah.
Nirvana,
We were having
Guns
this
N' Roses.
discussion yesterday, and this is what I said to him. Basically, he said he hated the Beatles, which makes total sense to anybody in our generation
Right.
to dislike
Right.
the Beatles. And what I likened it to, and I said this the other day, is Richard Pryor. It's like I look at Pryor now,
Right.
even as a stand-up, and I'm like, ugh, all right, he's doing a white guy voice. Like I heard a million fucking black comedians do this. But
He did it
at
first.
the time,
Right.
he did it first. So it's like at the time, this shit was mind blowing. It was like,
Right.
holy shit, white people are corny. I didn't know we were allowed to say this.
Right.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then it was crazy. And then you saw somebody being so personal and so vulnerable on stage. And now you see so many comedians who
Doing
have
that.
copied him.
Right.
Right.
But I unfortunately saw them first. So I saw the
Right.
copies, you know.
Right.
Whereas a lot of people now with the Beatles, you see all these bands that were influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe if we were back then, this was mind blowing music. Because it might have been like classical before the Beatles?
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
what was
with,
before
with
the
the,
Beatles?
with the Richard Pryor shit? I was talking to Marlon Wayans this week, and he goes, you have a lot of guys that are being vulnerable and honest on stage, but it's because they feel like they have to.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not genuine.
Yeah.
He was like, Pryor was genuine. He said Pryor literally told a joke where he was like, you ever suck the dick? Sucking the dick ain't that bad.
Yeah.
And everybody started laughing. Everybody started laughing, and he was like, "Nah, I'm just playing." Then they was like,
No, he ain't playing.
"Nah, I'm
No,
not
he
playing."
sucked that dick.
Like, but he went through that whole range
Yes.
of emotion
Right.
on stage. It started as a joke. I'm playing. No, I'm not.
Nah, I'm not playing.
And he actually told the story of sucking
Absolutely,
a dick.
yeah.
You can't. You
No, he changed comedy, bro.
You can't fake that.
Yeah, no.
He changed it because
You
now
can't fake blowing,
I actually,
dude.
you feel it exactly. It's like if you just go up there and just tell jokey jokes, it's whack. To me, it's kind of whack. You need to be in the joke a little bit yourself.
Yeah.
You could have an opinion about something, but it needs to reflect you a bit.
Yeah.
So, and Pryor put that in there. He put that expectation on us. It's like back in the day, like when guys dribbled basketballs just with the top of their hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then someone hit a crossover, and you're like, "Fuck, now
What?
I need to. We need to change sneakers after this shit." You know what I mean? It was like basketball's.
We need
different
sneakers with the bubbles in it now.
we need different types of sneakers because Converse can't handle the crossover.
Yeah,
We
no.
need a different type of sneaker.
Yeah,
I
we got
always love,
crossover in Chucks, man.
That's why I always love comedians who they bring their own personal pain into it. Like my favorite two comedians always, rest in peace, Greg Giraldo and
Greg's
Patrice
amazing.
O'Neal.
Hey, man.
And it's just
Like, two
like,
of shows have in common. He loves Patrice.
oh my god,
That's my guy, man.
oh my god.
That's
And
my
this is
guy.
like when he's doing those jokes, it's not like jokes. It's like he's just talking to you.
He's just talking.
He's
to
just talking to
effortless,
you
man.
on the same level as, and you can't fake that. And it comes across, and it's just like, I think that's what, like, my Beatles joke is. Someone at an early age was like, no, I was like, I don't like the Beatles. Maybe the first time I heard it, I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
And it was like a music teacher, and she was like, no, you can't not like the Beatles.
Yo,
I was like, what does that mean? She was like,
Beatles
no,
ain't
like,
no goddamn religion.
I was like, what law is that? And I think from that, I was like, all right, well, fuck this.
You rebelled against
I
it.
rebelled against
but there
it.
is something to it, and Patrice said it to a fellow comic, a really funny guy named Big J Ogres, and he said, just say how you feel and be passionate about it. He's like, just say, I don't like Asians.
There you go.
If you say and sit in that, it's gonna get a laugh because people are gonna be intrigued. Like,
What?
Why
Yeah,
don't you
yeah.
like? If you go, I kind of don't really like it. It's weird. But if you, I just don't like them.
Yeah,
I
if you
fucking
hem
don't
and
like
haw
'em.
on it, you know, you
Yeah.
like, kind of don't like Orientals.
But it's like when
No.
you say I don't like the Beatles, I already know you got a reason
You know.
by the way that you say it. It's like
See the vein pop out my neck, my teeth
you're
grit.
waiting for me to ask you why you don't like the
Oh,
You got
Beatles.
some rush. I'm like, oh, what the fuck, Beatles?
You always got to be ready for the why.
Yeah.
Always be ready for the
Why?
why. Now I don't like the Beatles. Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Now,
I always thought that was weird though, because why don't you like a certain musical, like, nigga? Because I don't like the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I
it's
just
just my.
decide to not like it.
Yeah.
It's not up to me. This
There's
shit
like
sucks.
is there anyone in this generation? I think Stevie Wonder might be the only musician in our generation that someone could be like, I don't like them, and you'd be like, really?
I think Michael Jackson, dog.
Well, yeah.
If you say you don't like Michael Jackson, there's something wrong with
yeah,
that.
there's a
I don't
whole
believe you.
generation
I
of
don't
kids that
believe
don't know
you.
about
Nah,
that.
that's how I feel.
Because Michael had a song in every genre.
Yeah.
Like he had a rock song. If
Yeah.
you want Dirty
Yep.
Diana, you like rock music, Dirty
Yeah,
Diana.
there you go.
You telling me you don't like that?
Yeah.
Get the fuck
I ain't even never thought of Dirty Diana as a rock
That's a
song.
rock. If
I
you
just thought
think
was a
about
dope-
it.
Yeah, when they think about it, I just thought it's a dope ass record.
To me, Beat It was a rock song. You know what I mean?
Beat It
Just
was
the
a
mad
solo
long guitar
song.
solo and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, that's a rock song.
Yeah, black
Listen,
or white.
Like I always say, Michael was so good. He fucked little boys,
And they let him cook.
Gave
They
them-
let him rock.
Listen, if you do something well, you can get away with a lot of shit. Look at Woody Allen. Woody Allen used his family as Match.com to find his next wife, and he just got an Amazon deal.
Amazon
Amazon.
fucking deal, bro.
Yeah.
And he's married to his fucking stepdaughter.
That nigga be at Nick games with his stepdaughter
Yep.
next to him, and people be like,
Hey,
love is wonderful.
Kiss cam.
Wonderful.
Kiss cam.
All right.
That's another thing. You need to be proud of
Kiss
what
your
you
daughter.
do.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you're embarrassed
Oh, you gotta
about
rock.
what you do, then we
Yeah.
don't fuck with you. But if you own it, if you're like, yeah, I fuck my daughter, we're like, hey man, you
That's
fuck
what
his daughter,
Cosby
man.
That's what
No.
Cosby did. What Cosby did. Cosby was like, watch it. Cosby said, watch your drink around me, and niggas was like, whoa.
That's the first time I thought he was
Standing
innocent.
I had to take off the headphones. Like, God damn, this nigga went in.
I
Nigga
believe-
spitting
hey,
fire.
man, when he said that shit, I was like, this motherfucker might not have raped these chicks.
No, did you see the
That's
old Larry
first
King video
time.
they put out today?
Which one about
I heard.
Spanish
I seen
Fly?
that one with the Spanish fly. Hello,
Yeah.
America.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an old video where he's talking about putting shit in the girls' drinks, and he's
Spanish
like,
fly.
little Spanish fly. He put it in the girls' drinks. He's like, hello, America.
What?
Hey,
Yo,
man.
I feel like we're a couple of weeks away from Bill Cosby just talking this shit, just getting up there like, yo, did it? So what?
Listen, but you know
gave
what?
y'all the Huxtables. What y'all want?
Yeah, exactly.
Charlie
And look,
Sheen
you
did
don't
the
get the
same shit.
Huxtables
They let him
without
cook.
some rape. That's how this
Oh,
shit
yeah,
works.
He's like, oh, you like a different world? Well, guess what? For those women, I made it a different world.
The oh god! Stop!
This is my only thing, though. This is my only thing with Cosby. Why he ain't fucking none of them fine ass girls he was around? If he really did it, you mean to tell me you let Claire go? You let fucking Denise Huxtable go, bro? Lisa Bonet?
Lisa
You ain't
Bonet.
fuck Cree Summer on Different World?
Son.
Hey man, in the words of Patrice O'Neal, you hunt with what you eat what you can catch.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
catch
mean?
anything when you drug him?
Shit, not anything. He
But how
can't
much
catch
is
that.
like-
What Beverly?
this is
Beverly
how-
got away.
This is how creep
Beverly,
like.
Beverly
He
got
didn't
right
put
out of that
enough in
snare trap. she chewed her own leg off to get out of that snare trap.
This is
The
how
fuck
you
outta
know
here.
that Bill Cosby's a piece of shit. Because like usually when you hear about guys slipping stuff in women's drinks, it's like a cocktail, like
Yeah.
alcoholic drink. This motherfucker was putting shit in
Cappuccino.
coffee.
Yeah, nah.
Allegedly, Jesus.
Allegedly.
We don't know if he did it. I don't think he did it.
Allegedly, 26 times he put something in women's coffee.
This nigga GHB the latte.
How are you sliding stuff in people's sink?
God
That's
damn.
like an 8 o'clock p.m. drink.
This is what we were talking about last podcast. Let me ask you, like, do you think it's possible maybe just in the time people were, giving girls alcohol to get them drunk?
That's
to
what I'm
feel
saying.
good.
Like, yeah, like
all of a sudden one of these cats came up with this new shit. They're like, yo, this pill is like all the alcohol in one drink.
Right.
We're already drugging them with alcohol. Why don't we just get there? And then like they didn't feel guilty about it. Now we feel guilty about it because we know it's fucked up. But maybe at the time it was acceptable. Yo, and he can't come out and be like, yo, at the time this is what people did. This is okay.
That's a great
I'm just
point,
saying.
because I feel bad because I don't feel bad, but over the weekend my homeboy had this chick with him, and the white girl. She came to the bar drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
She was on Adderall and shit like
Oh,
that.
man.
She was asking for more pills, and I was playing around. I was like, why you just don't sniff coke?
Right.
Just get right to it. Stop popping on
Stop
she was like, you got coke? And I felt like I wish I did. Like, just stop popping all these fucking pills and get right to it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand what you're saying.
I mean, we keep judging old people and their old actions on today's morality.
Right, yeah.
And that's where you can get fucked up. Like, people that are old a long time ago did fucked up shit.
Yeah,
Right.
but I didn't think it was fucked up.
Because it wasn't fucked up back then. Maybe.
Yeah, but here's the thing, you gotta hear both sides, as I always say.
True.
Because it wasn't fucked up back then to them. Like, I mean, under using that
The girls
same theory.
still got raped.
Under using that same theory, white people could be like, yo, that slavery shit?
Yo, that was a long time ago, my nigga.
Niggas,
Y'all need to stop.
trying shit.
Y'all gotta
Like,
chill.
Y'all can't hold that against
Yo,
me.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Y'all built a lot of cool
It's like,
shit.
listen,
That's exactly my
it's exactly
point, though.
the thing. It's just like, but it's not, we're not changing the narrative. We're not changing the definition. Like, the shit was fucked up. Like,
It's
regardless,
still
like,
fucked up, but
it was a different time,
socially acceptable.
But I mean, just because it was socially acceptable, like the problem is, I think people allowed Cosby to cook, and he used his power to scare people. Because remember, for a while, shout out to Hannibal Buress, who
Put him on blast.
put him on blast accidentally.
Unintentionally put him on blast.
I'm not giving Hannibal
He's not
no
a
props
freedom
for that.
fighter.
It's not like that was something
You know
he
what that's
really
like?
wanted to do.
That's like Rosa Parks falling asleep on the bus, and the bus stop was like, but she like,
Yeah.
Now she's the face of the civil rights
I'm looking at the chick
movement
on
and shit.
CNN. She was like, I want to say a big shout out to Hannibal Buress for having the courage. Hannibal was telling a fucking
He was telling a joke.
It wasn't even a punchline on the joke. He was building up to the punchline. He was like, oh, by the way, Cosby's raping bitches.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hannibal
there's people-
X.
Listen, there's people that could get away with shit. Like Cosby at that time was a fucking megastar, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, I refuse to believe in the 60s you can rape a goddamn white woman as a black man. I don't give a fuck what your status was. No fucking way. I don't believe that. I refuse to believe that.
Next time somebody tells you about, white privilege and shit like that, just remind them, in the 60s, Cosby was raping white women. Wow. Okay? Anything is possible.
was Cosby privilege?
Cosby privilege. You just need to get that. You just need to get that pop.
Now, Mero, you
You need to
Spanish. Tell us about this Spanish fly shit. Does it work? Because I've used it before, but I don't know if it necessarily works. Is that something that people do in the Spanish community?
Spanish fly is something that a dude came up to a Spanish dude and was like, yo, how you be getting all these bitches, man? And he turned around to his man. He's like, loco, pon una vaina en la botella y vamos a... You know what I'm saying? So then they made up a lie.
Yeah.
They sold it to the dude. And then it became a thing, and then they blew it out of proportion, and it's fake. It's basically just uncooked Jello.
You tell it's fake because it's called Spanish fly. And when was the last time you ever saw a Spanish person need assistance to have sex? That shit comes natural to them.
For real.
I'm over there like, they look at their girl's hairy top lip and they be like, yo, mama, tear this shit
You know
up.
what I'm
Right?
saying?
You're going to have a baby in 4 months. And we gonna
No
live together.
standards.
Yeah, none. I was born and got a bitch pregnant in the nursery.
Like Spanish babies come out with erections. Like, hey, nurse.
Mommy,
hey,
what happened,
hey,
mommy?
hey.
Hey. I was born knowing how to dance bachata and how to eat pussy.
Do you feel pressure to be a ladies' man as a Spanish dude?
Not really, you know what I'm saying, because I'm married.
But
know
did
what I
you
mean?
get pussy when you were young?
You know what the real thing is, though? Out of all my friends, you know what I mean? Like, I was the one that had to, like, go engage bitches. Like, yo, so there's a group of bitches over there, Mero, go holler at them. See, get them to come. Because dudes I'm hanging out with.
You got the outgoing personality.
Right, and then, like, the dudes that I'm hanging out with are fucking Pele goons. You know what I mean? Like, that don't know how to holler. Because they'll go to be like, yo, what up, bitch?
Come here, bitch. Let me talk to you
Yo,
about
let me
this
holler at you,
new
yo.
track.
Fuck you.
I
Yo.
always love Pele, by the way.
Yo,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
like,
And
you know what's funny?
every time I go to Papoose and Remy Martin's Instagram, I'm reminded of why I will always love Pele.
I love him.
Yo, you get off the train right now in the Bronx, it'll be like 3 niggas in like a fresh tag just popped.
Fresh.
And you can't tell them nothing.
Nothing. You can't tell them nothing because the hat matches the jacket, so
Yo, my
fuck
boy
you.
got a brand new Pele to go to court.
Yeah. For
I don't even
real.
understand the stats behind that.
Fuck
Like,
the suit.
Ain't nobody, the judge ain't gonna be like, oh, sir, well, that's a heavy embroidered
That's a
leather.
fly soda club you got on, my nigga.
All
If you're
jokes
guilty,
aside,
you might as well look fly being guilty, man.
The first time I ever was in jail the first time I ever was in court was for assault and battery with intent to kill. I had on some fresh Timbs.
Yes.
They were the brown ones. My lawyer goes, I mean, look, he's got on new Timbs. I swear to God.
He's an upstanding citizen.
My lawyer's name was Steve Davis. He goes, he's a good kid. He's got on new Timbs. He's in night school.
He's in night school.
I got probation.
Yep.
He said Timbs before night school?
Might be some of that Pelly shit, yo.
Oh, man.
So I tell you engaged with the girls.
So I was a dude that would go engage girls because I always, like, a lot of dudes feel nervous when they approach women because they don't understand how this shit works. Like, I grew up in New York City. There's a bajillion women everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. So it's like, if I go up to a girl and I talk to her, yo, what up, da-da-da, and she tells me to go fuck myself, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, there's another girl over here, there's 16 more over there. So it's like, I would always tell my dudes, like, yo, pussy's like baseball, B. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you you take your swings. Let me ask you something. If you're in the major leagues and you're batting 350,
you're an all-star.
You're a fucking all-star, dog. Right. That means that 35% of, you know what I'm saying, the time, the 35% of the time, you're on base. You know what I'm saying? You get hit.
Spanish and Dominican niggas.
Can I just point out,
exactly.
Yes, the Dominican
gotta bring it down to baseball. That's right.
I've never heard of
that's real.
I haven't heard of Noah over here.
But that's what I'm saying.
So, I don't get baseball analogies ever in my life.
So this is the thing. Like Andrew said, if you're batting 350, you're an all-star. That means you're doing great. Yeah. So apply that logic to pussy. If 35% of the women that you holler back, you're doing good.
Every guy that I know is good with girls has this exact same philosophy.
Just take
a numbers game.
You gotta take your swings, man.
Go out swinging, bro.
I got a question. Dominican, right? You're Dominican back. What is the infatuation? And I think this is Dominicans with your baby's dick.
Baby's dick?
Don't Dominicans always talk about their baby's dick? This is a thing. Like, it's weird. Like you show like your baby, like, hey, look at his dick.
Look how big his dick is.
Like, isn't that a weird thing where they showcase the dick to everybody?
Because you know what it is?
Yeah.
Dominicans, Latinos in general, are wild macho.
It's a Latino
It's like a macho thing. Yeah. It's like, yo, look at my son. Like, my son's dick is bigger than your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you pull it up. If he pulls up in a Camry and I pull up in a Ferrari. I'll pull it up in a Ferrari, nigga. Like, I'm taking an Instagram picture with the shit. Like, yo, we out here, nigga. I'm doing it. Yeah. If my son got a bigger dick than your son, I'm gonna let you know about it.
So you measure dicks with the other kids.
I'm like, yo, look at my son's dick and look at your son's dick. My son wins.
So you telling me that Dominican Instagram is full of baby dicks? Is that what the fuck you telling me right now?
WhatsApp. They bought WhatsApp because it's just baby dicks.
Baby dicks and bottle waitresses.
Baby dicks and bottle waitresses.
Oh my god, I'm fucking up.
That's the name of
it.
But that's a real
that's
thing.
My
at
reggaeton
parties
album.
And shit like that. They'll showcase the baby's dicks and compete, right? I'm not making this shit up because I sound crazy right now if I'm making it up. No. But I got buddies who tell me they do this shit.
Like, yo,
it's just part of the culture, right?
Like, yo, it's like my son is more masculine than your son.
But I'm just saying, like, if you were at some white dude's party and he just brought out his baby, he was like, hey, everybody, check out my baby's dick.
I'd be like, yo, I don't know what's going on.
This white dude is crazy.
Is this sustainable? Is this vegan? I don't know what's happening here.
Take away this baby from this guy.
Do you have student loan debt? Can I help you?
Y'all circumcise the baby's dicks at least?
Nah, hell no.
Why are you imagining a baby dick right now, bro?
I'm just talking about circumcision. We're big on circumcision here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Wes was telling us out in the hall. He was like, yeah, you're going to talk about dicks. And
why are you guys dick talk?
Yeah, no, I'm not circumcised. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? My dick
don't get defensive.
No.
You got a little defensive.
Like,
like we're about to make fun of him and shit.
Fuck you, circumcised.
You gotta get in front of it. You
it's
know
all good, dude. He got real upset for no reason.
No, fuck that.
It's all good.
Fuck you, circumcised ass niggas.
Fuck y'all circumcised ass niggas.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, it's all good.
Listen,
man.
my dick come through like this.
Maybe your dick isn't circumcised. Maybe your dad was just stretching it so much when he was competing with the other dicks that the foreskin actually grew out.
Now, my pops never showcased my dick because I was born light skinned. And Dominicans are very racist. So if you're light skinned,
that's better.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, this nigga's light skinned. I
thought all Dominicans were light skinned.
I don't even got to showcase the dick. Nah, man. I got uncles that look like you.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was Cubans that was.
No, Dominicans is like.
Dominican Republic and Haiti is the same island.
For low key looking black, but not being black and be a wild racist against black people.
Got
like a Dominican cab driver pick you up at night, that nigga be darker than me and be like, nah, the Bronx
judge
closed,
you.
dog. We ain't going up there.
The Bronx is closed. Oh no, Papi. Oh no. Papi, I can take you to Diamond. That's it.
Diamond?
I'm not taking you to 137th Street. It's too far away and it's closed right now. It's only morenos over there.
Oh, we are the same skin complexion. Like, no. You could tell by their ears because their ears be wild dark.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
Oh, but you got to pay the nigga. If you pay him in front, that nigga throwing French Montana, fucking roll you a blunt. You know what I'm saying? If you pay up front.
So who are Dominicans racist against though?
The whole shit with Dominicans is like
color thing, man.
It goes back. It goes back way back because like Haiti and DR is the same island.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But initially Haiti ran DR. Then you know what I'm saying, like Dominicans. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there any Dominicans here? No. Okay.
Yeah, you could just make up whatever.
I can make a bad shit.
Brilliant idiots.
Columbus
Fuck it.
lands.
Right, and there's been like tensions between Haitians and Dominicans. So Haitians are mostly dark skinned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that was a thing that's been around for forever. But that's like the previous generations. You know what I'm saying? Like my generation and like younger kids, they don't have that. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They still got it,
bullshit.
Jesus?
Young Dominicans are still racist as shit, nigga.
It's in
Yeah.
Latin culture in general, yo. I think that comes from Spain.
you know what it, and
So
it's
the lighter is better shit. Because
Right.
if you look at even like the dictator Trujillo
Yeah.
of the Dominican Republic, like if you look at his pictures over time through his dictatorship, like he started out dark. And then by the end, he was
Started
just
bleaching?
a fucking white
He
dude.
bleaching
named-
like they say I'm
He
doing?
looked like Pete. Like his name, he looked like
bleaching like Trump.
Now his bleach worked better than you. His bleach was on point.
Yeah, the Vibes Cartel
he had
bleach.
The vibes. He had the Sammy Sosa shit. It's Clorox. Like it
Kid
was
soap.
regular as bleach.
How
Yeah.
the fuck did that happen though? How did he just get light over?
Now they didn't really get lighter. They just when a dude paints him, he says, "Yo, paint me right."
Oh,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why? But that is some shit even in the family, right? Like if you're lighter than you got brothers and shit.
I got two siblings. My brother and my sister are both dark skinned.
Okay.
So like whenever
So
we
you
would
don't
go to
gotta do
DR,
shit, right?
no, we would go to DR, and my grandmother would be like, "Oh," and pick me up. We get to the airport. She would pick me up, and she would leave the other two on the floor. Like y'all go climb a tree or some shit.
Yeah, you gotta clean some
yeah.
shit.
monkeys.
Yeah, I get the biggest piece of chicken and
Why
shit.
don't
All
you
of
guys
that.
bring them to Haiti where they belong, and then I'll take care of this
some
young
hater
light
shit.
skin.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which
But
is
that's
it's
all
crazy.
Latin culture for whatever reason.
Oh
I see
yeah,
that
but
shit.
you know what it is? I feel like a lot of it comes too from like Latinos being here in America and like white people being like, "Oh, y'all are just all niggas." You know what I mean? Like, and just wanted to, because Dominicans are very proud of being Dominican and like
Yeah.
the merengue and we speak Spanish and we eat this and all of that shit. So when they try to just lump niggas in, like y'all all just niggas,
Right.
They kind of like resist against that. You know what
So
I mean?
there was a pride movement. It was
Right.
like this
You know
part
what I
of
mean?
our culture. Okay. What's your background, by the way?
Jamaican.
You're Jamaican. Oh, okay.
Boom
cool.
a clot.
Bomb clot, more fire, all that.
So how the
Yo.
fuck did y'all meet? Did y'all go to school together?
Everyone in the Bronx knows each other.
Yeah.
Everyone. So we met at school in like summer school.
Yeah.
As every student in the Bronx has to do stuff. In school.
What year was this? I mean, what grade? Like, rather.
It was like 10th grade.
Where'd you guys go to school? You went to school in the city.
He went to Lehman, I went to Clinton, but I lived by Lehman.
Okay.
So I went to summer school.
Lehman's college is a college, isn't
It's
it?
high
That's
school. It's
also
high
a
school.
high school in the Bronx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we, like, this was before Twitter, before the internet.
Yeah.
We knew each other, and then we rediscovered each other on the internet. Cause
You rediscovered.
Yeah, no, it's real.
Like no one in the Bronx has Twitter.
Nah.
There's like 5 people in the Bronx. Me, him, and like 3 other people.
Montana.
And Jennifer Lopez. That's the only people who have
Yeah.
Twitter in the Bronx.
French Montana.
French. And then my fake account that I used to troll people and shit.
Once French got shot in the head, he lost all that.
I think Chinks is doing his tweeting for him.
Right?
Yeah. One of the lesser Coke boys is tweeting for French Montana.
Chinks. Yeah, Chinks is probably.
All right, I got a question. I got a question for because you guys you're trolls. You're known for trolling, right? And is that fair assumption to say that?
I mean, like, I feel like it's just jokes in general, but then like we shoot straight. You know what I mean? Like, if we see some shit and it's like, yo, this shit is corny,
Yeah.
we got to be like, yo, this shit is corny, my nigga. I don't know what you're saying, but this shit is corny.
okay, so it's
You gotta
not
do it.
it's not
I think
only
a lot of
trolling.
People think it's trolling, but you know what? It's not trolling for mass consumption. Like we're trolling for the people that follow us.
Okay.
That the people they know we're joking. And
But you
we want
have
that little
had-
chuckle from them. I don't care if you don't get the joke, and you're gonna go back and forth with me for mad replies.
Right.
You're not who the joke.
It's
is.
not.
But y'all
fair.
not comedians though.
We're not comedians.
That's
We're
what I.
just
That's what I
funny
like.
niggas.
I like the fact that y'all not comedians. I'm
Okay.
not a fucking comedian.
Yeah, no, just fell into the shit.
Well, see, that's the thing. He says he's not a comedian, but I think it's,
I'm not a comedian. I don't tell jokes. I tell the truth.
Yeah, we all tell the truth,
Right.
But
So
you
that's
just,
what I'm saying, like, I
but
have
here's the
stories.
difference. We
Yeah.
all tell
You
the
know what I mean?
truth, but he just doesn't want the expectations of a comedian.
Right.
The second you say you're a professional basketball player, when you're on the court, they're like, all right, well, let me see what the fuck.
It's
you
like
got.
the nigga in high school that would jump in the freestyle like, yo, check it, spit 16 bars and be like, yo, I'm not a rapper though.
Exactly. So now you
know
want
what
me
I'm
to
saying?
judge you as a fucking accountant rapping?
right.
Oh, you're a good accountant.
You're
rapper.
good for an accountant that
Exactly.
raps, yeah.
So, but the point is, all right. So when it comes to trolling, right? How do you make sure that you don't lose your authenticity?
How can you lose your authenticity in trolling?
Because what happens when you troll? How do I know you're serious and when you're faking? How do I know if you're doing this just to piss people off or that's your real POV?
That's what trolling is.
Well, if
Piss
I
people
type
off.
in all caps, it's my real POV.
That's how you feel.
Yeah.
That's.
It's no account.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But no,
But
like,
do you know what I'm saying? Like
I see what you're
it's like
saying.
if
It can
because
happen. It can happen.
I know you will say certain things that you really feel,
Right.
but you also say inflammatory shit because you know it will fuck with people. Does the trolling ever take away from your currency and your POV?
Yeah, but it's if your followers know you and you do it the right way,
Right.
people should be able to tell when you're being sincere.
When you're
versus
fucking with
trolling.
people and when you're doing your real
Well, an
life.
example, during the World Cup, remember what was the goalie's name? Howard or whatever?
Yeah, Tim Howard.
He was doing all those saves and stuff. And I did a tweet and I was like, yo, Tim Howard's done more for America than Obama ever will. Simple tweet like that kept it moving.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, yo, I can't believe you would tweet that, dog. I thought you was cool.
Yo, damn, he's so ignorant, man. He's so ignorant.
Chicks are like, yo, he was cool, but he lost me. I had to unfollow on that.
But that's why I say Twitter
I'm like,
needs.
what the fuck? Like, why would you take that one? Out of all the fucked up tweets I've ever done, why would you take that one?
In a weird
But I
way,
was
you
say Twitter
actually.
needs sarcasm font.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Twitter needs sarcasm font.
But you know what it is?
If it had it, I wouldn't use the sarcasm.
Yeah, nah,
Because then it takes
yeah.
away
It's
from
like,
it. It's
that's
funnier.
just the dumbing
Yeah.
down of America. Like, if you gotta explain sarcasm,
Yeah.
it was like, why are we even trying?
So in a weird way, you actually weed out the people who don't get you.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you curate your fan base to the people who understand your humor, understand your sensibility.
exactly.
Because I would worry that if you troll too, because now what happens is anytime I feel like I say anything that could be taken as inflammatory, people go, "You trolling, dog." It's like, no, I really don't like this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I really don't like the Cowboys. The other day I was talking shit about the Cowboys, and people were like, "Yo, you trolling?" It's like, no, I just really
Don't
don't
like the
like
Cowboys.
people
Yeah.
who aren't from Dallas that like the Cowboys. I just
Right.
don't get it.
I'm not from Dallas, and I like the motherfucking Cowboys.
I don't like you.
He got a good point though, because I always tell, like I tweeted one day, I said, whenever I put "stay woke" at the end of the tweet, I'm trolling.
Right.
Right.
So that's what the fuck I do. Whenever I say some crazy shit, I put hashtag "stay woke."
Right.
But it be the most stupidest shit you should know.
Right.
Like this shit ain't real any motherfucking
Like what?
way.
But I seen one time you said like, "Watch me troll y'all real quick," and then
They
and then
still
write
get
something,
upset,
and then
yo.
people are still
Oh,
being
no.
like, "Yo, I can't believe you said." Oh, yo, dog. The actual first previous tweet before this shit was, "Let me troll y'all real quick."
But I do stuff like that for my own sanity sometimes too, because I like to give people the credit they deserve for being stupid. And like I know America's dumb.
Yeah.
We're at a sad
Yeah.
state right now.
It's
where
crazy.
people are just fucking ignorant, and you can mind fuck this shit out of people. It's almost like they want to be mind fucked.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, when I fucking so perfect example. Vice sends me down to Baltimore to cover some Baltimore party rap shit, whatever. I go out there, I do it. A dude approaches me and is like, "Yo, I'm a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a picture with you?" Like, this dude's giving me weed and shit. I was like, "Yeah, of course you can take a picture with me." I take a picture with the dude. It's a fat white dude with a beard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we take a picture. Like, a couple days later, I jump on Twitter. Nobody knows what Desus looks like. I'm like, yo,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's your boy. You know what I'm saying? The Kid Mero, my nigga Desus in the flesh. We out here. Matt, yo, remember the fucking Chappelle skit when with the black KKK dude and the white dude's head exploded at the end?
Yeah.
I heard 400,000 white people's heads explode. Like, are you kidding me, bro? You all the times you say the N-bomb, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Mero, how can you co-sign this, bro? Are you kidding me, bro?
I can't believe. Yo, tell me. Yo, Hannibal Buress was like, yo, dog. He was like,
He texted me. He's like, yo, he's like, yo.
Ain't true.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. I was like, yo, no.
It was like he really wanted to like you.
Yo, for real.
Crystal was upset.
Oh, because
Yeah.
some racist shit.
Yeah, like, yo.
people would live it and like,
How you,
yo,
Mero, how you co-sign this?
Like 8 tweets about Black Twitter. You have to be more. You have to watch our gates.
Who are we let in? Who we let in?
To be the voice of Black Twitter. How do we let this white interloper?
Wait, interloper!
And I'm just retweeting each one of them, and then the show drops, and the opening is just like me. Clearly, I'm black, and then all of a sudden it's real quiet for him. He gets on, and he's like, "Just want to apologize for my tweets earlier this morning. I was misinformed."
I'm pretty sure that's how y'all got your MTV job though.
Oh, probably.
Because that's
where the heat-
story.
Yeah.
I was told about you guys.
Yeah, it made it to Gawker. It made it to Gawker. That was crazy.
That was
That
swift
day
PR
was
thinking by your
crazy,
boy.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Out
was
here.
good. That was great.
So what
That
were
was
y'all
dope.
doing before this? Before
For
MTV?
this, shit.
Selling weed in the Bronx? What was going on?
Nah, I worked.
You know
Actually,
what's
worked
funny?
in
We at one point we were about to quit the podcast and like go back to selling weed.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Why?
just the shit was just not.
You could have sold weed through the podcast.
You know what? Because that's how you like. We're like still Bronx street niggas. Because we in the podcast, we're like, yo, this shit ain't real money.
when it started. When it
Like, this
started,
ain't real fucking money though.
there was a
That's because
space
y'all ain't on that loudspeaker network,
That's
baby.
true.
Yo,
That's
that's
true. You
right.
gotta
That's
talk
where the
about that.
bread
You gotta
comes.
talk
Talk
about
about
that.
that money.
You
Where
gotta
the
talk
papers
about
at.
that.
money. Life is hectic, so sometimes it's hard to make the best snacking choices, especially when you're hungry and looking for a quick pick-me-up.
That's right. So do what we do. Get delicious and healthy snack options at naturebox.com. With over 100 nutritionist-approved snacks, NatureBox has something for everyone. All with 0 artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, 0 grams trans fat, and no high fructose corn syrup.
You'll even find snacks with the bold flavors you crave without any artificial nonsense in them. So in that afternoon slump, when I'm hungry and I'm irritable, here's what I do. I grab some sriracha roasted cashews from NatureBox, baby. or some pistachio power clusters. Big Island pineapples.
They got sriracha?
Some peanut butter nom noms.
Peanut butter nom nom, baby. And we want to give you a chance to try NatureBox for free with a trial box featuring 5 of their most popular snacks. You heard me, free snacks. Start your free trial right now by going to naturebox.com/idiots. You know you're going to snack. Get smart about it with NatureBox. Go to naturebox.com/idiots to get a free trial box of delicious snacks. Now, Desus and Mero, y'all strike me as the type of people that would order those free snacks from NatureBox.
That's right.
And then sell them.
On the subway.
I'll go on the subway and be like, yo, I'm not selling these NatureBox snacks for my basketball team.
Trying to put some money in my
you know
pocket
what I'm
and stay
saying?
out of trouble.
I'm actually just trying to cop these new phones that's coming out.
I'm trying to do the right thing.
So
I want to give a tip though. I want to give a tip to all the dudes out there selling shit on the train.
Pause.
Don't cut. Hey,
I want a tip. You were on point with that one right there.
From talking about uncut baby dicks.
I want to give this smegma tip to all the dudes out there. Holler at me.
Listen, this is a very real tip. If you're selling something on the subway, don't come through the subway looking fresher than me. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm going to think twice about giving you that dollar, my nigga, because you got brand new Jordans on. I don't. You know what I'm saying? My shit is all scuffed up. Why should I give you money?
That's how I feel about homeless people with cell phones.
Keep the Pele at home, guys.
You know what I'm saying?
What you homeless with a cell phone for?
Fuck out of here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Who paying the bill every month? Am I giving you fucking money to pay your fucking phone bill or to eat?
Mom and dad.
Fuck out of here.
All right, I got a question. You said there was all these white people offended when they found out that he was white.
Yeah.
I got this theory on being offended on behalf of someone else.
Right.
I feel like
white people are the best at that.
See, we're the best at it, and it
best.
annoys the
The
fucking
best.
shit out of me because I literally do not feel any of it at all.
Right.
But I think it's those are the real racists, and I think they're projecting their racism that they feel guilty about. Like, you know how they say, like, you know, if somebody calls someone gay all the time, they might really be gay.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's the same stuff. That it's like you have to believe. Like, let's say somebody says, "Hey, you know, black people can't swim," and then some white guy goes, "That's offensive. Stop it." If you don't believe that black people can't swim, why would that offend you? You gotta believe that shit a little bit.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to protect yourself. Like, no, I don't want them to think that I believe this shit.
Right.
This is really fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Else it is? White people love telling other people what to do. That's one of their biggest hobbies. Like,
you think it's like a master thing about it?
It's not even a master thing. It's just white people are mad fuking nosy and always want to tell you what to do. Like, you'll be at the supermarket and, like, say I see Charlamagne eating grapes. Not putting them in the bag.
You see him.
Eating them before it gets to the register. The average person be like, all right, look at Charlamagne getting them grapes and shit.
Yeah.
What would your wife do? Wouldn't she be like, hey,
My wife is too
oh, she been around you.
Yeah,
most white people like, hey, excuse me, you have to pay for those or get the manager or something.
Excuse me,
I don't think
that's funny you said that because the other day I'm at the supermarket, Pathmarket Bay Plaza. Shout out to Bay Plaza, and I'm putting.
They're not the sponsor.
This no, but I'm just shouting them out because you know what I'm saying. Maybe I'll
do
go
they
there
carry
and recognize
NatureBox? If not, shut the fuck up
If they
about
ca-
it. All right, we
shout
only
out to
fuck with NatureBox.
NatureBox is a Pathmark.
Aisle 13.
So I go in there, and you know how they got the apples in the bags. This one bag is kind of light, so my wife opens the bag. Opens another bag and starts taking apples from one bag and put them into the other bag. The produce manager dude happens to walk by in this moment and is like, it's Jamaican dude, excuse me, miss, you know, you can't do that. And she's like, okay. But just kept it moving, like, okay, and just kept putting the apples in the thing. And she tied the shit up, put it in the car, and bounced. And the dude was just there looking at her like, this bitch.
Well, that's
just
the thing.
totally
White people love to tell black people what to do.
Wait,
and niggas don't like to listen.
Since when?
That's why slavery was slavery. They didn't beat us because they wanted to beat us.
Niggas ain't listen.
Niggas didn't listen. We could have just went out there and picked some motherfucking cotton. But think about how
I'm
we
gonna defer
are.
to you because you're from the South.
Do you know how bored white people were before slavery? They just sitting around like, shit, I wish I had someone to
I need
yell
some
at.
action.
I wish I had somebody to
Let me
fucking
tell
yell
you,
at.
have you guys been to the South?
Right.
Have you guys been to the South in the summer?
Yes.
If you've been to the South in the summer, you understand slavery. You understand why a bunch of white people are like, I'm not working today. This shit is too fucked
I've
up.
been
This
to
is
like
Bought
this
these
is
roddy niggas over here
aggressive.
from Africa. Now they don't want to listen. Now we got action.
Yo, slavery was basically Amazon Prime before Amazon Prime.
Oh, shit.
Somebody did
Explain,
not-
explain, Jesus. Explain.
Because Amazon Prime is like, yo, I want this, and I want it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm not waiting. And like white people was like, yo, I want to raise cotton. I want to grow cotton and sell cotton. I don't want to be picking that shit myself. How can I expedite this process?
True.
And somebody was like, you know what? The dark continent. And somebody was like, goddamn, 5-day shipping, unlimited? Let me get a boatload of them niggas.
Think about this, Jesus. Think about this, Mero. All the white man wanted was his cotton.
That's it.
He didn't want. You think he really wanted to beat us and fuck us up? We weren't listening.
Listen, and now what's the only thing we wear now? White tees. So we came full circle, yo.
Came full.
You know what I'm saying? 100% cotton white tees. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
you wearing slavery on your back, my nigga.
That would
Why
be
you niggas wearing 5XL white tees? You wearing slavery on your back.
Yo, that would be the funniest sketch in the world. Slaves, man, the motherfucker, they picking cotton. They was like, I'm doing this for your future.
For your future, my nigga.
This will be your uniform.
Listen,
okay?
You know how many white tees you gonna go through this summer, my nigga? I'm doing this for you.
That is hysterical. That's like the Japanese wearing the mushroom cloud on a t-shirt and shit. That is fucked.
Niggas looking down like, yeah, we made it now, though.
We made it now.
Listen, I got a theory about a lot of those. Like slavery was actually a good program. But no, listen to me.
You gotta say it.
I gotta hear both. Okay.
Slavery was actually a good program. Just the whole the concept of
Don't
it
take my
was wrong.
silence as a cosign to this argument. Anybody who's listening,
And I'm
okay?
gonna tell
I
you,
do not
it's
agree
two
with any of
things,
this
two things.
nonsense.
First of all, segregation was a great concept that was poorly executed. That's number one. Because we all segregate ourselves.
Right, yeah, that's
you
true.
don't want to be around a fucking bum ass motherfucker. You don't want to be around a negative person. You don't want to be around certain people. That's why you move in certain places.
Right.
Slavery, right now, it's a lot of people doing nothing, right? Idle mind is the devil playground. They're going to end up in prison anyway, which is a modern day slave system. So why not just have them be slaves out here now?
Because you need to get paid for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
They can get paid.
Morality.
You can get them ruined. What do you
Morality,
think?
that's
all jokes
why.
aside, all jokes
Morality.
Aside, what do you think?
Because morality
all
means
jokes aside,
something.
all jokes aside, what do you think an au pair is from a foreign country?
Is an au pair from a
slave.
foreign country.
She's an indentured servant.
She's
She's
a
fucking
slave.
is.
That's money,
Yes,
I was waiting for this nigga to say slave.
You never see them on the Upper East Side talking about all day me toil at Whole Foods.
No,
They
Iron
come
Eye
from
come
these
and take
foreign
me home.
countries.
They come from
They
Sweden.
barely-
They
barely
got
can speak
tons of
English.
fucking money. First of all, they speak perfect English. They come from Sweden. They got tons of money. They come to America. They fuck a bunch of dudes that have been circumcised. It's a fucking good deal for them when
Basically,
you
if you
think
make
about
12 years of au pair, it's gonna be a porno. This is not gonna be
12 years of au pair.
Okay, so you're a sex
Listen,
slave.
I should not know.
Same
slavery.
shit.
Shit. That's a great opportunity. It's an internship.
Listen, I used to know
It's an
this-
internship on American
fuck
culture.
that. I knew a woman who came from another country. I don't remember what country it was. She was working for somebody who shall remain nameless. They treated this lady like so much shit that she went back to the agency and said, I would rather go, if she came from a fucked up place, wherever it was, I would rather go back there
Send me back to
to
Bosnia.
stay
nigga.
another day in America living for these motherfuckers.
Let me ask you a question. When you fly your mom in to help raise your daughter when she's young, is she a slave?
That's your mom. That's not some chick from
Is
a
she
foreign
not
country
getting
who you
paid?
don't
She's
know,
raising your fucking
who
kid.
you don't let go out. You keep them in the fucking house.
That's how they do it?
They let them go
Yes.
out. They let
No,
them.
not-
What kind of au pairs
not-
they have in
not-
South Carolina?
Not the woman. Listen, this chick was from Jersey, and she treated her au pair like pure D shit.
Oh, it was
She's
a
piece of
woman.
shit. Maybe she's a piece of shit.
Obviously, because they don't fuck. The women fuck, nigga. If
Oh, speak up, Mero, come on, what?
Imagine being a
got a
woman
hot
who just
bitch
had
in
a
your
baby.
fucking house?
You know
Come
what
on,
women
man.
look like after they have babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you got fucking Helga, the Swedish bikini model,
With the very perky titties.
very perky titties.
Tight
Oh, no,
pussy.
That's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Tight pussy.
Coming in your
Tight
coming in
arms,
your shit.
sideways, Swedish pussy.
You know what I mean? You're gonna let her know what time it is.
That's real,
If
that's-
it was you having the au pair, I guarantee you that bitch would have had fucking. You know what
Go
I'm saying?
out whenever
Some
you
big-
want.
go
some big
ahead.
black
Come
nigga
out with us.
a
We're
big
going
old
to the
dick rocking
club.
your baby.
That's
You
real.
come home and shit.
That's real, because that's how I scare my wife now. Because, I'm married, so I
Yeah.
can't just be out there getting caught every now and then with a
Right.
chick. So now I just be like, I think we need a young hot au pair, yo.
Yo,
Just keep it right in line.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck you want a young au pair for?
Yeah.
that's my sister.
Someone with energy, you know what I'm saying? Youthful, vibrance. You know what I'm saying? Vibrant nipples.
My sister's nanny. Yo,
Bad?
She had I mean, like ridiculously
Yeah.
bad. Like Maury decoy in the back room.
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Like,
uh-huh.
Clearly, some shit's being set up there. And I said to her husband, I was like, nigga, and he looked at me like, no. Not even. I'll even look at her.
No.
She enter the room. I leave the room. I ain't stupid.
Yeah, you know what
Women
time it
know.
is.
They be
So you
saying
telling
this
me, is y'all telling me y'all wouldn't want a slave?
A slave?
I would not
would
want
like-
a slave.
stuff. I
No.
want a white slave.
Exactly. Yeah, I ain't say they had to be black. That's
Hold
the
up.
other problem.
Why would you-
Shout out
Shout out to Patrice O'Neal.
Why would
I
you
want a
want a
white
white
slave. You want a
slave?
slave?
Why would
Why?
you want a white slave?
So every now and then I could point to the heavens and be like, Harriet Tubman, we made it. They'd
There
be like,
you
now
go.
listen,
So
you white, you
you want
Yakubian piece of shit, clean up my
reparations.
You know
table.
what I'm saying?
You want reparations?
I want reparations. I just want to do fucked up things. Like,
Mero, you wouldn't want
like
a slave?
just go in front of his face
Harriet
and break a
Tu-
Dave Matthews Band CD.
But Harriet Tubman did what?
she escaped.
But she ran the
Underground Railroad.
which was run by
The MTA?
white people. Where do you think they stopped? At white people's houses? Who do you think they
That's
were hit
true,
by?
that's
White
true.
people. So I'm saying you're going to shout out to
Portia
Harriet Tubman.
Stewart
She's going to look
ran
down
the
like, yo, white
Underground
people are the
Railroad,
people that were helping me
Well,
out.
listen, Harriet Tubman did all the heavy lifting. Again, white people took it easy. It was like, oh, y'all trying to break out? Here's you can Airbnb our house on your way to Canada.
Exactly. That's what it was.
I'm not trying to get involved, but you know what? There's fresh linens under there. Good
They
luck,
were
you
involved.
black
They
piece
risked
of
their
shit.
life. They risked their life helping them out.
He's like, he's like, listen, you can only come in after 8. Do not use the top pillows.
Mero, you wouldn't want a slave?
I would listen, man.
Mero got mad kids. He would kill. He would have like
love
4
a slave.
kids.
I would
He had
love a
like
slave.
5 slaves.
I would love a slave. Yeah, no, I would love a slave, but it would have to be a certain type
He'd have
of
a slave just
you know
to
what I'm
roll
saying?
his blunt.
What kind of slave?
It would have to be a white person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It would
Why
have to be-
white? Why is there so much white animosity, guys? Get
not
over
white.
it.
No,
They want white.
Get
Hey,
over
hey,
it.
listen, You went to the
You're
porn
Get
shop.
over
Listen,
it.
This
You
is
went
white
to the
weren't
porn
a
privilege.
store.
slave.
This is white
You weren't a
privilege.
slave.
Because
white people are not holding you back.
You are getting livid
Nobody
at the
gives a
thought
fuck
of white
about
people
you.
being
Trust
a
me.
slave. I want.
As a white guy,
I
I've
make-
never sat down in a meeting and go, you know what we got to do? We got to hold Jesus back.
No.
We got to hold Jesus back from achieving
You went
his
to the porn
dreams.
store and
That's what I do.
you created your porn girl on whatever site that was. Let them build their own slave.
But I don't want
They
this
want
passive
white slaves,
aggression
let them have
towards
white
white
slaves.
people to come out.
I want white slave. I want
I want a white
band-aids
slave.
that are my
Yeah,
skin
yeah,
color.
yeah.
I want it all, dog. I want
want-
it all. And that's when I know I make it. When I wake up and there be just like mad white people in my kitchen like, good morning, Mr. Dees. I'll be like, yo, talk to me, make my fucking eggs.
Yo,
Then you
all
just
jokes
get some
aside,
people to work for you.
You know why black guys love white women, really? Because that's the closest they get to owning a slave.
Owning a slave?
Yes.
White women are
Listen,
so submissive.
Do you understand when I
to
get my
black
white
men?
girlfriend and every fucking night we're
I
gonna
thought
remake
that
the
was true.
scene
I
from
thought that
Native
was
Son?
true. I thought that was
I
true.
think
Oh, you're
black-
married to a white woman.
I thought that was true,
Okay.
but I fucked up and I married a Jewish lady. You
Oh,
know
no,
what I'm
no, no,
saying?
you
It's
don't-
different.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
it's totally different. I thought it was like, oh, it's white bitch. She gonna do everything I say.
Yeah, this
It didn't work
motherfucker
out like that.
gotta- Motherfucker got to roll pennies for foreplay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just saying.
Schulz, you wouldn't want a slave?
My slave has to look. My slave has to be a white
I don't
dude and
want
has
a
to look like
slave.
Wolf Blitzer. You know what I'm saying? Like a Wolf Blitzer looking white
Imagine
dude.
if you had Mitt Romney as your slave.
Exactly.
My
Come
fucking
on,
God.
But no one would respect him. He's a slave.
He's a slave, but how good would I feel if I came home right now? I just threw my shit on the floor. I'd be like, Mitt, pick my shit. Not even Willard.
Okay,
pick my shit up.
okay, sir. You,
All
okay,
these
sir.
butlers,
Right away,
All
sir.
that shit.
maids,
Right away,
I
sir.
have, I have fucking Rudy
High-grade
Giuliani as my
slaves, baby.
chambermaid.
Listen, honestly, before this conversation, I didn't realize how great I had it.
Yes.
But you guys have put me on a pedestal.
Listen, dog.
I didn't realize I was better than you before you guys told me.
Listen,
No,
you know
it's
what's
not.
crazy?
You're
This is
not
pretty
better.
fucking awesome. No, I'm better because
No.
you need a white slave. So in your head, I'm better than you. I don't
This
need a
what you
black slave.
understand. We're warning you. Like, you guys, white people
Nah,
got like 4
you
years
got some
left
shit-
before this
you
shit
got
really
some shit
happened.
in your head.
Like, I'm at the point now. I'm
You
making
got
only
some
4
shit
years.
in
Like, if I make enough money, I'm gonna have Andrew Schulz
You
as my
don't-
fucking slave.
You don't want a black slave because a black slave isn't good enough. A white slave is that hot shit. That's the Ferrari.
Nah, dog. Black slaves are played out, bro.
Exactly, that's my point.
They did
You need that
already.
new
Old school, man.
You need that
White
new.
slave
I
now.
didn't realize we
Listen,
were that
you know
hot
why?
shit.
Black
why?
slaves are like
You know why?
Yo,
Right
I'm
up.
feeling
you know
good
what's,
right
you know
now,
what's in
man.
now? Black presidents. Black
That's
the way-
CEOs.
that's the
Yeah.
shit.
Black slaves played out.
I know, but I didn't realize I had that much value, man. I go
You know what
walking
it is?
around treating everybody like equals. I didn't realize it.
I had a
it's
conversation
shit.
with this dude who is an American dude.
Yeah.
And like he was saying some shit. Like I said, something was happening where it was like, man, America's fucked up, and everybody's just kind of like saying how fucked up America is and racist and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, I'm you know how niggas always threatening to leave the country? I mean, man, I'm gonna move to DR. Fuck this.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This dude's trying to be like, well, you know what I'm saying? What is the difference between? Because he's like, yo, Dominicans are racist, blah blah blah. But listen, man, if you go anywhere in DR, Jesus could go anywhere in DR. If he doesn't open his mouth, nobody's not gonna know that he's not Dominican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's not.
The Knicks hat and Tim's won't give it away?
They might be like, oh, he's from New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna be like he's not Dominican.
Right.
So it's not a weird thing. Like if you put me, if I go walk into some like country club in Beverly Hills right now, niggas gonna look at me like, the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, because you're gonna pull up in a Honda Accord with a fucking Dominican flag wrapped
No,
around it.
even not.
You guys
Even
want to
blasting
be
Daddy
fuck-
Yankee.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
3 blocks
Even
away.
you want to
nah.
be Dominican.
Even if I came through in the J. Crew fucking trousers,
Even if he cleaned up,
Yeah.
you still look at him and be like, yo, that's
Yo.
a Dominican in a suit.
like yo, watch
There's
that
no
nigga.
getting away from it.
Absolutely,
We
but
gotta
you
watch
can't
out
have
this-
both. You
this,
can't have.
here.
I want to have pride in my culture, and this is my culture, and that's what I want to be known as, and call yourself and refer to yourself as only Dominican. And then when people call you Dominican, go, that's fucked up. I'm an American.
Nah, I never said
want to
that.
be treated
No,
as
I never
such.
said that. And I
You
never
just
said
said
that.
in the beginning that you were Dominican. You guys have pride in your culture.
Yeah.
So then you can't ask for both. Like I call myself an American. I don't call myself Scottish. You know what I mean?
Right, obviously, right.
You know what I'm saying? So white people we associate with America. We don't associate. Nobody goes like, "Oh, I'm German. I'm this." Now Jewish.
I
white
thought that was
people,
weird.
Jewish white people call themselves Jewish,
Jews,
and they're
yeah.
treated as Jews.
Yeah.
Right? People call them Jews. So you decide who you are. If you want to be,
I can't be like I'm American.
Yeah, we
Motherfuckers be like,
can't
nah,
say
dog.
that.
Your name is your last name
Absolutely,
is.
you
I
could.
could.
You know why I think it's different? Because like y'all still hold on to y'all culture.
That's
Right.
what
Like,
I just
every-
said.
yeah, every day
But
you
that's
like,
the whole
you talk
point of
about
this
the
whole that's the shit with America. Like if you go to DR, niggas are Dominican. If you go to Germany, niggas are German. If you go to France, niggas are French.
It's like
and
when I
that's
used to
what
stay out in England, people look at me, they're not going to go, oh, you're American. First is black, and then they try to figure out if I'm from fucking Monaco
Yeah.
or
Right.
Morocco or some African country. Then I'll be like, oh, I'm American. But you, if you pop up in England, and people you're like, oh, he's not from England, they be like, oh, he's American, right off the rip.
Yeah, but that's a numbers thing.
Well,
So
that's
no,
because why are there more white people in America?
Because of migration.
No, because you guys killed out the Indians.
No, because of immigration. We've had immigration waves.
No, like,
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Killed out the immigrants.
No.
Yeah, I took over.
Listen. There was one immigration of black people,
Yo, there was
forced.
one vote.
And then there
that was
was
not immigration.
immigration.
One vote. One nation.
Slavery was not immigration.
Listen. There was one
Immigration is if you
forced.
came to America through Ellis
forced-
Island and niggas check you for tips.
Forced
If you were
immigration.
planking on the
That's
bottom
not
of a
forced
ship,
immigration.
that's not
Forced.
immigration.
Whatever.
That shit is
The
called
slave
chattel
fucking
slavery.
ships brought some black people. Okay.
Slave trade.
After
Slave
that,
trade.
no more black people came. White people have been coming to America since. You have immigrations from Europe. You have Russia, German. This is World War I, World War II. So the reason there's more white people is not because we've been fucking more. It's because more white people have come into the country.
But there's more people that could consider themselves white. You know what I'm saying? Like
because
people,
they came. You have to understand, when Irish people first came here, what were they considered?
Irish.
They were considered Irish.
Right.
They were like, you're not white, you're fucking Irish. Italians, you're not fucking white, you're fresh off the boat.
Right.
You're a WAP or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And then they just became part of this white culture.
So that's
happening.
the thing with me and America is
Yeah.
there's no such thing as an American. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
like
exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
There's no such thing as an American. The only people that could be like, yo, I'm American is fucking Chief Sitting Bull and all of them. Because they've been here.
And
You know
they
what I'm
No,
saying?
but they're not.
No, he
Came
brings up
here
a
from
very good
somewhere
point.
else.
Because I always say, it's like they always say black people don't know their culture. A lot of white people don't know their culture either.
I don't know my culture
You
at
don't know
all.
where the fuck you from.
But we're all American. That's the idea of America. At least where I'm from in New York, like anybody can claim America and then you claim some other shit second. But if you decide to claim some other shit first, then people are going to treat you with that.
But see, that's not true because
Like black
I know
Americans
for a
are
fact-
black. For example, if you're black in America, America's really when you think about black and white. And then everybody else kind of goes along with it, right? But if you see a black dude in America, somebody's not going, I think he's from St. Lucia. That looks like a St. Lucian. He goes, oh, that's a
Yeah,
black
okay.
American.
But if you have a black avatar on Twitter and you say something white people don't like, what's the first thing they say? Go
Nigga.
back to your country.
Oh.
That's the first thing they say, right?
That is the first thing.
They call you the N-word, and they say, like, if you don't like it in America, why don't you go the
You
fuck back to
fucking
your name?
nigger.
Okay.
They say that.
I don't know
But
why
here's the
I
thing,
can't-
No one ever tells white people, why don't you go the fuck back to Ireland?
Because they don't know where we come from because no one gives a fuck.
Because no black
Nobody
person
gives
has
a
the
fuck.
right to be like, yo, white person, go back here.
No, it's because
y'all brought us
nobody
here.
cares
We all
about
here
our
first.
history.
But didn't we all come
I
from
said,
Africa?
look, for
We
example,
all came from that, but they're not
Black
gonna
and
claim
white people?
perfect example.
True,
When
but
I
then
said
they
I
went
was
to
Scottish
Europe,
to you,
know,
right?
Dr. Yakub and all
I
that.
said you
Yeah,
did a
in the
great
caves, in the
Scottish
caves.
accent,
Yeah,
right?
got you.
You immediately afterwards, after I said you did a great Scottish accent, you're like, yeah, his Irish accent was on point. That's what minorities do when white people, we tell you where we're from.
You fucking tell me what minorities do,
You just pick
white
the
people.
next closest country.
How fucking
And then you go,
dare
oh
you?
yeah, that works perfectly.
Fucking
Ireland.
filthy.
Do you know what I mean? Nobody cares about our past, so you
gonna
can't
let
judge us
Yakub's
on our
children talk
past.
to you that way?
Are
Are you gonna let Yakub's children talk to you that way?
Graduate from Caucasian State is talking
That's
to me
how I do
in a
it, baby.
disrespectful manner.
And don't fucking
Right?
forget it.
When I talk to
it's
Al
always
Sharpton,
coming
it's
this
about
way.
to be on.
Let Al know.
Call my fucking
Al doesn't
Barry.
have enough
Excuse
weight
me.
to come at Ray right now.
President Obama.
Al needs to eat a little bit.
Tired of this shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
but nah, at the end of the day, there's no such thing as an American. Like, there's people, like, I don't consider myself an American. I live in America, but I'm Dominican. I didn't even speak English till I went to school. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Sure.
and like, I don't think
I
that
do
people-
think there's such thing as Americans. If you were born here, you're an American. I think so.
If you were raised here, you could come here 2 years old. If you're raised here, you're an American. If you grow up with the culture,
I don't know if you were bought here and raised 2 years old, but if you were born here, 'cause that's all we know. All we know is American culture.
Think
Our
about
South
your
Cambridge
favorite
culture.
shit.
That's
What
all
is the
you
most?
know.
What is the most American shit you could think of?
Depends
Apple
where you're
pie.
from.
Apple pie. Apple pie was invented by Indians.
Break it
what?
down,
You
Mero.
know what I'm saying? What is the next most?
Motherfucking hamburger was invented in Germany. I don't give a
That's
fuck.
right.
But okay,
So
we
this all comes from
appropriate
somewhere
stuff
else.
from around the world, but that don't mean that we don't have our culture is young.
Okay.
Way
Yes, relatively
younger.
young compared to other
Wait,
countries,
it's like
yeah.
we don't even have culture. That's what I say when I go to Europe. There is no fucking culture.
Black or white people
50%
don't
of
have
us.
culture.
50% of us want guns. 50% of us don't want guns.
Yeah.
If you go to like England, if you go to these places, the racism isn't the same. It's culturalism. It's like, yo, are you down with this English shit? Are you down with this French shit? Are you down with this Norwegian shit? If you're not, we don't like you. It's not. I don't like the color of your skin. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a cultural difference. It's, hey, you're.
I never been to Europe.
I can't agree with
I can't-
that.
I can't-
I'm telling
I used to
you.
stay out in London. It's not like though.
my boy was just lived in. He said.
They're racist as shit in London.
He
Don't
said
get it
the
twisted.
racism. My
'Cause I
boy.
used to stay out in Brixton, like where they keep all the poor fucking blacks.
My boy,
and get them
black
backed away
dude,
over
You
there.
lived
was
in
just
London,
there.
Jesus?
Yeah, I've been around.
For
dog.
what? What you live in London
Dog,
for?
I've lived a life. I live a life you could write a book on, dog.
Everybody's trying to figure out how old you are.
I'm out there.
You OG out here.
Yeah, I'm out here.
What you was living in London for?
I used to do some shit for domain names and shit.
Really?
Yeah, man, dog. It don't add up. When you hear the whole story, it add up, but you gotta buy
That's
the
what
book.
the podcast is for you to tell the whole story.
Yeah, man, we got extra time. What's going
So
on?
it's like you going back and forth.
You
got
might be
shit.
old enough
Man,
to be
Desus was selling
racist, and
dope,
I
man.
understand it.
Nah,
At first, I thought you were
used to be
young.
chilling up in the council houses.
Desus
with the
was selling
birds
dope
and
in
shit.
London.
Like,
That's why you don't want
No.
It was.
No, I'm
I don't
saying
wanna blow it up.
he might be old enough to have experienced some really fucked up
Yo,
old
a lady
racism.
in fucking like my first day in England. I held the door open for this lady. I was like, yo, nice country. The niggas not racist, whatever. This bitch gonna spin around and be like, what a polite colored boy.
Wow,
I
that's
was
deep.
like, yo.
How old was she?
That's culture, though.
How old was she?
She couldn't have been older than 40.
That's not racism, though. That's
Maybe-
culture.
maybe that's
I
what
bet
they
you-
call
I
black
bet you- I
people,
don't know.
coloreds.
That's
yeah,
not culture because no one like you don't go like black people in England don't be like I'm colored. That's some revisionist. Hey, you know what? I don't want to be called black, but you know I'm still calling you colored.
You know who fucked it up? All those other rude colored people out there in England. That's who
Probably.
really fucked
You know what
it
it
up.
is? It's like the Africans.
Africans?
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Africans.
You know what? I just wanted to say that and look around the room and see who the fuck agreed with me. That shit ain't right.
I don't even know. I don't even know what's
This shit
happening
is
right
wild
now. I tuned out like 20 minutes
I went to
ago.
London. They showed mad love. I didn't even notice. I really
My
didn't.
boy said it was way more racist in America than in London. He lived in London for
I
2
went
years.
to this small town,
Black
like
dude.
tiny town outside of London. Like the shit is called what is it called? Didcot. Shout out to Didcot Massive. There's no black people there. Absolutely
Didcock
no.
Massive?
Didcot. That's the name.
Didcock.
All the town got is like a 1 BP gas station and a nuclear factory they don't use no more.
Oh shit! Shout out
And
to them.
motherfuckers in that town was like, yo, stay here. We're having a party. So I'm staying there for the party. Maybe 2 hours in, they brought the only other black person within like 2 towns over to meet me.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah.
They
go
wanted
ahead.
you to have a
Fuck.
friend,
They
Desus.
wanted you to
I'm like,
have a
what
friend.
the fuck? Like,
What are we gonna talk
peace
about?
offering?
What are we gonna talk about? Fried chicken
Yo, y'all
recipes?
niggas-
You see the new EastEnders?
Yeah,
What is this?
Talk about black
And she's
things.
looking at me. I'm like, does they do this often? She's like, you're like the first other black
it's a
person I've ever
girl?
seen.
How do you know she hasn't been looking for some black dick for fucking years and finally some black dick
listen.
landed in
They
this
was
little
trying to get y'all to
shit-ass
mate.
town?
They wanted y'all to be the Adam and Eve of London.
Yeah.
And
Why? Because they was trying to bring
people?
slavery.
Why
back.
everything has to be
Can't
so
tell you white
racist?
people.
Why can't
Stay
you
woke.
look? Why can't you look at the world without a racist lens?
You know why? Because the world is racist, my brother.
If you see it that way,
Nah, it's
if you choose to
racism.
not see it that way, it
It's
does not
racism.
have to be.
You know what it is?
You know
Because
what I
what's
mean?
the biggest lie
You
science
feed
tells
off
us?
of racism.
The biggest lie science tells us
What is
that
it?
all the colors are in the color white.
Talk to him.
Talk
It's not
to 'em.
true.
It comes from black.
What colors are in the color black? Nothing. Black is supposed to be the absence of everything.
That's absolutely
right?
true.
You see that? You see the levels of that? You see how they try to get you?
Oh
mind?
shit!
You
Tell him,
understand, my
dog.
brother?
Talk to him, man.
With the suppressors.
Expose the white man's technology.
You saw things through a racial lens a little while ago because you didn't want them to have white slaves, Schultz.
Say again?
You didn't want them to have white slaves.
No, I'm totally fine with them having white slaves.
No, you weren't.
I'm not fine with them wanting to have slaves that are white.
Oh,
Do you
got
see what I'm saying?
Stay woke.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I
a
don't,
difference.
but that's cool.
I'm
All right.
still going to
'Cause
Angie's
I-
list tonight and typing in Caucasian plus
Get that.
sign slave.
That's right.
Get that.
Listen, we really need to really think about this slave thing because
We need to not think about
as
slaves.
everybody continues to grow here, you're
Right.
going to get more money. You're going to start doing things like hiring maids, maybe
Mhm.
a butler, an au pair. That's just nice slavery. That's all it is.
Not nice
They're house
slavery.
niggas. You
They're
got
getting
house
paid.
niggas.
They can leave when they
The house
want.
niggas got treated pretty okay.
You don't have to fuck
Nah,
them.
not really. Those niggas got fucked up too.
They did, but not as bad as the field niggas.
Like, yo, if you were a house nigga,
Think about
you
being a
was
house
chilling,
nigga though. Think about being a house nigga though, and that feeling, that internal shit. You know what I mean? Like it's maybe you're not getting whipped
No, they
Yeah.
were still getting whipped.
or whatever, but let's just say hypothetically, like just to go along with Charlamagne saying, like hypothetically let's say they're not getting whipped, which is not true. You're right.
Thank you.
That inner shit of like, damn, my niggas is out there getting fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, let's say me and you are homies.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
house nigga though, because I'm light skinned and you out there picking cotton like a
Yeah.
motherfucker. And I'm just like, damn, they fucking Charlamagne up. And I look out the window while I'm making fucking grits or whatever for massa, and they got you tied to a tree, and I'm like, damn, that's my homie though. Damn.
That's how I'd be. I'd have been cooking the grits like I tell that nigga to listen. That nigga would have just listened. He'd been in his house with me. This nigga
This
don't
nigga
listen.
always want his freedom. What's wrong with him?
And then you start showing him your back has no scars on it.
Yo.
See, this is what
See, I
listeners
told
back
you.
look
Charlamagne
like.
What's the big deal? They just gonna separate your family, dog.
Listen, yo,
You eventually see them.
you'll
Maybe.
be alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, this niggas all look alike anyway.
Now let me go. Master's grits is burning.
Oh my goodness.
So what happened when y'all got called by MTV? What was that feeling like?
That feeling, I was like, this is some sort of fucking scam. These niggas are setting us
Who
up.
called you?
Yeah.
Who from there called you?
Who is up first? It was like through
Durag?
emails. Was it Durag?
Yeah, I think it was Durag
through
and
Durag.
Candida.
Racism.
She looked out.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Man.
No, that's hoodism though, because
It's always terrible when a person of
fucked
one
up.
specific race helps out other people.
Now
with
hold on,
race.
Jesus. Why you didn't
So
get mad
fucked
when
up,
Durag called? Oh, you didn't know Durag was black at
I
the
didn't
time,
know.
probably.
Her name was like Durag.
You
Cook.
thought it
I
was
like,
Dara.
That could have been anybody.
Yeah. When you got there, you didn't think. Oh, so they sent the one black girl here to
No,
holler
she
at me?
was there. And she was like, "Oh, I'm a big fan." I was like, "Of course, 'cause you're black."
Yeah.
But then they sit in the room and it's like two white guys and they're like, "Okay." It'd be funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, no,
Well, I mean,
fuck
like-
y'all niggas. Read the tweets.
I don't even.
What the fuck this look like? This ain't no fucking audition,
What
MTV.
happened? Well, who hurt you, Desus? What white man or white woman hurt
This
you?
is very,
All of them.
Something
These are very
happened.
bitter.
All of
I
them.
can feel
I'm the
it,
happy
man.
part of this.
I
He's
can
the
feel
happy
it.
one.
I'm the happy one.
I'm the you know what it is?
Because
What
you're married
happened?
to a white
Something
woman.
happened, yo.
Because
Chilling.
what people don't realize is Jamaica was a breaker island, which means the most hard-headed,
Yeah,
and
I
stubborn
know.
slaves.
That's why everything is
were
fucking
dumped there.
gun
So
finger.
All of my fucking bloodline is just disrespectful, fucking hard-headed slaves that never even made it to America. So I'm repping for all of them. So it's my job. Every day I wake up and I say I am going to be a pox on white America's fucking ass. And motherfuckers still gave me an MTV deal.
What if it wasn't
Keep
like
it
that?
real, Jesus.
Right.
Let's
Tell him. Talk to him.
Right?
But what if it wasn't that?
Man,
What
I was like, talk to
Look,
him.
just
Man,
keep
like, yeah.
I was like, damn, this nigga about to fuck up all our content.
word.
No, yeah.
Go down. Yeah, go ahead, nigga.
Now,
Talk to him.
is it-
Yeah.
do you
Black Israelite. I'm the black Israelite that's in the back and shit. I don't got the wrestling belt on. I'm just chilling in the back, low key. Like, yeah, go ahead. Talk to him, brother. Get him.
If this MTV shit don't work out, you gonna see me on 34th Street just cursing at white people.
Get
Fucking
those white devils.
genetic recessive white devil. I'm just working with my child here.
now is it? Do you feel
I got
like
kids, nigga.
in
I
a
gotta
way?
feed my kids.
Do you feel like in a way you're picking on someone who can't really fight back?
With white people?
When you pick on white people, it's kind of
Did he just
bullying.
ask me if I feel sorry for white people?
No. So no.
Let me finish my question. Let me formulate the question. White people really can't. Like, I might be outspoken for a white dude, but most white people are just gonna go, "Oh, you're right, black guy. I feel really bad about being white. Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. Retweet, retweet."
I'm not gonna confront you physically when I can fuck you mentally,
it's like-
emotionally,
But no,
financially.
but
So check this
how
out.
many white people can really do that? What, 0.001%? Most of his white followers are probably just going, "Oh, I'm not going to disagree because I feel bad about being white, and being white is shitty." So
Listen,
my point
this
is,
is the thing.
so my
Paul
point
Ritchie
is,
and Chris McCarthy can fuck their life up right now.
not really.
Yeah, they fire him.
How they couldn't? Before them, they were doing
can
fine.
fire 'em.
But before them, they were doing fine. They were
We
eating.
were doing fine. We were
Listen,
doing MTV.
a white person
Fair.
can fuck
You're
up my
doing
life
great.
very
How
badly.
you doing
We were
great?
doing fine.
Why-
by
she
Bronx
could divorce
standards,
you.
But
That's
that's
what I'm
like
saying.
$20,000
But my
a year.
point is,
My wife could take me for a ride, nigga. Fuck up my whole life, and she's
but
white.
you're what? She could.
Yo, the average white person can fuck you over in ways you don't even know.
How
So this is
though?
what I'm saying.
How though?
Bad Yelp review, nigga might like fucking
Yeah.
tell you
Check
like
this
fuck
out.
up your SD score.
Let's
Like, listen.
How though?
Let's check this out.
My point is, I feel like when it's like we criticize white people now, it's easy because you know nobody's gonna say anything
You know why
real
it's easy?
back.
Let me tell you, and I
It's-
always
it's-
tell this to white people. Don't get mad at anything that I say or that Jesus says about white people because white people run the fucking earth, nigga. Y'all niggas is the bosses of the world.
You know what it
on.
is?
Says
You're married to a white woman, and that's your best excuse. That's all you gotta say is I'm married to a white woman.
Listen, but that's not even it. Because like, yo, how could you be mad? That's like people be like, I talk shit about Michael Jordan all day. At the end of the day, that motherfucker's like, dog, I just sold this fucked up sneaker design. I'm about to make $1 billion off
That's
this
true.
shit.
That-
Fuck
I
you,
understand what he's
nigga.
saying.
So it's like, white people, you can't get mad because y'all niggas run the world. The earth.
But what
You know
white
else? 'Cause
people?
White people are basically
Who are these white
Bill
people?
Cosby.
I don't know these white
For
people.
mad long, white people were just doing shit without being checked.
Who are
and
the
now
white people?
checking.
Who are these white people? There's like a 0.00001% of white
Ryan
people run the
Seacrest?
world, right? I don't know Ryan.
God bless Ryan Seacrest.
God bless
He's a
Ryan
great
Seacrest.
man.
The rest
But
of
he's
us
the
don't know
fucking-
Ryan. You think that we have like discussions amongst each other? They didn't want nothing to do with me.
We have
I'm
discussions.
Dominican to them.
We have black
I'm
people
fucking.
meetings.
I
You know
think-
what I
I
mean?
think- I
But
think-
white people don't. That's my point. White people don't come
Because
back
there's too
together.
many of y'all. There's too many of y'all.
But no, we don't. We
there's
don't
too many of
communicate.
you, and
you
you-
guys
and there's
communicate out of
separation.
necessity.
You have to because there's only a handful. Like I
Exactly.
know if I want to meet up with Charlamagne and talk about something every third Thursday of the month, we
You guys
Skype
have
into
your
the black
meeting.
people meeting.
Exactly.
We're out there. We get our
Exactly.
shit together. Don't let Don Lemon in. You don't gotta do that because y'all white.
Now,
Like
Schultz, I'm gonna be honest with you. If there are white people meetings, you ain't invited, dog.
I'm not.
You over
Yeah,
here with us.
I
I
dog.
know.
You,
Nigga,
you,
way
the
too
racial
many black
draft
people.
you got over. You
Yeah.
got
Hey,
you over here with us.
Trust
dog.
me, man. I'm with them.
They're not. You got on
You're
Tim's.
black enough to fuck a Kardashian, nigga.
You got on Tim's and you got your fucking shirt
he
buttoned
gonna,
up
he
like a
gonna fuck shit up
Mexican.
when the revolution comes because I'm gonna be running with the machete. I'll be like,
Which one is any of the Kardashians single right now? I know Tiger's fucking the 17-year-old one.
Yeah.
Oh,
with
God.
that bottom mouth.
I can't wait
Who's
till
the
she
other?
turns fucking 18.
Is that Kylie or Kendall?
Kylie?
Kylie's the one
Kylie
that
Jenner,
got the titties
and then the
everything?
other one is Kendall.
So you got Kendall, dog. You're
I
black
might,
enough
I
to fuck
might
with
can
Kendall.
have fucking Kendall.
You know
I
what
would
I'm
be a letdown for the family, but I might can make that happen. All I'm saying, it's just
I don't think nobody wants to be profiled. That's all it is. And I think sometimes with black people, of course, we're always profiled just for being black. With
Right.
thugs, with this, with bullshit, whatever.
we're profiled too. It's just our profiles
y'all
are
are
better.
profiled as the devils.
No, we're profiled as good. Whenever you see a white guy, he's probably doing his job or he's fucking doing whatever.
People,
People do
look
weird
at
shit,
y'all.
though.
People
This
look
is
at
the
white
thing.
people as evil, and I don't.
Who is people?
You don't want to be. You don't want to
raise
hold
my hand.
that. You don't want to be
Raise
held
my
to that
hand.
standard, right?
Say what?
You don't want to be held to that standard. You don't
I
want nobody-
don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
I don't care if you look at me as evil or not evil, because I don't think you're going to stop me from doing anything. The problem is you guys really think that some white coalition is stopping you from doing anything.
No, I don't think that.
It's not a white coalition, dog. It's just
give a
like Charlamagne was saying earlier, like the culture of this country. You know
But
what
here's
I mean?
the thing, that shit is a safety blanket. Like, I always hear people saying that shit, and that shit is so convenient, yo. Like, I wish I could, if I failed, have some shit like, man, fuck, if I wasn't white, then I would make it.
I mean, like
That shit is so easy, yo.
No.
It's not personal failures or
when I
whatever.
say
Like,
that-
if I fail at something personally, and it's like,
It's on you.
that's on me. But if I go into to an interview or something like that, and there's, me versus a white dude, and the white dude gets the job, even if we have the same resume or the same qualifications, just because the dude that's hiring is a white dude, and he's like, let me hire this dude that's like
But
me.
that might happen, and then
You know
there
what I
might
mean?
be times where they want a dude that looks like you. But you got not
But
every
those
time.
opportunities are less.
But not
You know
every
what I mean? 'Cause
time a
there's less
white
of us.
dude. But not every time a white dude gets hired over you, it's racist. Maybe he's better for the job.
Oh
than
yeah,
you.
no, that's not. It's not every time, but it happens.
I got a theory about that.
Pretend
too.
that doesn't happen. It's crazy.
Oh, it absolutely happens. But at the same time, you might get hired over a white dude for a certain job because, hey, the guy, they just want a Dominican. They want some diversity. They want these things. All these things happen.
They want some swag.
Getting over a white dude.
Security
Other than
guard at Sprint
bottle waitress
PCS.
at fucking Umbrella Lounge in Washington Heights.
Listen, can't nobody roll a rap like a Dominican.
Oh my
That's right.
god!
I'm telling you,
All right?
man.
Listen,
If you want a bad cab driver,
Holla at me. Listen, I'll drive up a mountain with no snow tires.
I got a theory.
Let's do it in a Lincoln Town car.
no fucking
96
brake
Town
pads.
car. No
Keep
brake
flying on the
pads.
hill like,
Fuck
hey,
that.
Papi, we right there, right there.
I don't.
Lean to the left, lean to the
I don't
left.
give a fuck.
Listen, I don't.
Trunk don't
I-
even close. I got a fucking camping
think
tie on this
you
shit.
need a necktie
Put your
on
coat
that.
shit.
Listen, I think we got to stop saying white privilege, and we should just say white favor. And what I mean by that is they make up 64% of the population.
Right.
So a lot of the times when you say things like a white person got hired over me, who would you hire if you were in that position? Would you hire another Dominican, or would you hire a white person?
But would he ever be in that? Would he ever be in that position to make that choice? That's the thing.
I
That's
think
white
Mero's got a
privilege.
good head on his shoulders. He could.
And I feel like-
Me personally, I would just hire the person that's most qualified for the job. But all I'm saying is this favor, because like if somebody comes to me and they say, "Yo, I'm from South Carolina," I'm gonna pay them a little more attention.
That's
That's
true.
where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the
that's how you
driving
bond.
history
Somebody
was-
say, "Yo, I'm a Knicks fan." Oh shit, I fuck with the Knicks too. You might be an AKA or whatever, fucking in the same sorority as the nigga that owned the company.
Right.
He gonna look at you. He gonna give you a little more favor. I think that's the same thing it is with white people, yo.
I don't
even believe.
I think it
I don't believe
depends.
it's privilege. Like you're white, you get the job. No, it's just.
I think it
favor.
depends on the situation. For example, we had a guest on last week that was really amazing. His name was Taxstone, right?
Okay.
And black dude from Brooklyn, had this amazing kind of life. The stories that he told were fucking mind-boggling to me.
Taxstone can't get a job nowhere.
Now, he might not be able to get a job anywhere, but for me, I would way prefer that guest than some fucking white dude that might not have had that crazy life. That's just me personally. I would prefer him
because
as
it's
a
more
guest.
entertaining.
It's way more entertaining.
And at the end of the day, what was his stories? Was it like, yo, I went to Africa and saved the giraffe?
Nah,
I
it was
delivered a
some
baby on
hood
the bush.
shit.
Yo, I shot
myself in the head.
niggas.
But
I shot a
would
nigga in the head.
Taxstone rather have that life or the life of some rich white
Sure,
guy who
maybe.
doesn't have to worry about
or a
being
rich
shot
black
buck
guy
fiftied?
who doesn't have to worry about
Or-
that.
yeah.
Or a rich Dominican guy. It's not like there aren't rich black and Dominicans
Oh, yeah.
out there. There's
Listen,
plenty.
I've hung
like-
out with Nick Cannon enough to know that there's rich black people.
That's all I'm saying.
Live
It's a lot
life.
out there.
God
He
bless
got
Nick Cannon.
slaves, bro.
And he earned them.
He earned every
earned them
fucking
shit.
slave
He had
he
Mariah
got.
Carey on some slavery shit.
Yo,
Word up.
You know what I'm saying?
Nick Cannon is the American dream.
Nigga took her vocals, nigga, in the divorce.
Wow.
Like, give me your vocals, bitch. I'm taking those.
Listen, I tell people all the time, man, you could call Nick corny, whatever. What's
Hell
wrong with
no.
being corny then?
Never,
listen.
never. That nigga's laughing. Yo, listen. Shout out to Nick Cannon. I was out there with him in LA, and Drumline 2 had dropped. You know what I'm saying? And we was in the studio watching the shit. And he's like, yo, this, you know what I'm saying, talking about critiquing it or whatever. At the same time, he's on Twitter looking at the mentions.
And they're killing it.
And they're killing it.
that show.
You know what that nigga did? Laugh. Yo, look at that. Like they talking crazy about my shit. Ha ha ha. He doesn't care.
He don't give a shit.
The check
Give a
cleared.
fuck. You can't
That
give a
you're
shit.
talking about him. You know what I mean?
But
Like
it's not even about the money. It's like that's your art.
Yeah.
You put that out there. You feel like you put the best possible product out there. Once it's out there,
Nothing you can do
it's
about
for
it.
public consumption.
Yeah.
It's to be critiqued.
It's vulnerable putting shit out there, man.
I don't even care. That's what niggas say all the time. Yo, Mero, oh, you corny, or this is corny, or Jesus is corny, or Jesus is funnier than you.
People
or you
never
funnier
say
than him.
Jesus is corny.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no one has ever said
you know what I'm saying? They don't say. Listen, so
You
then
never say
people-
that shit.
So
Never in a million
people
years.
say it,
No one
but then
says
like,
that.
so
No one
then
says that.
I'm like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
It's like we
Because
don't follow the same people.
No.
Nobody ever told me that shit.
No, I got Google alert for that shit. Let me turn that shit. I'm like, turn on your location, coward.
he doesn't care about that shit. I get more involved with like people saying like, yo, I gotta learn to not care.
You got to learn to not give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
And as you grow in this business,
Because I
you will
read
learn.
YouTube comments and I read mentions and shit, and
You're gonna be sick
You know what I'm
tomorrow
saying?
after God Code premieres tonight.
You know what I'm saying? But now I don't care. Now I'm like, nigga, now I'm like, yo, you can't tell me shit. Because I was just in the bar and niggas had the TV on and my face was on the TV, so suck my whole dick.
I was spent all tonight trolling him.
Did you think fantasy football season was over?
That's right. Don't wait till next year. Play more fantasy football for real cash this season over at FanDuel.com.
Chris Prince from Detroit.
Detroit, what up, though?
You know that they needed it. He was an avid fantasy football player, and he has won over $700,000 playing fantasy sports at FanDuel.com.
Oh, he's
all
a
right?
king in Detroit. He
That's
fucking
right.
everything.
He made it. He's the new mayor. Join him and the hundreds of thousands of other users who have already won money.
That's right. Now, I had a great time with FanDuel.com, and you know it was really good for me this season.
Why is that?
Because I mean I won a few dollars and it was fun, but you know once my Dallas Cowboys got eliminated, I'm done with football.
You're done. You can't even look.
Sorry,
even-
fantasy football, real football. I'm
I
out.
love it. You're sad.
I'm out.
Fair enough. All right, well, the leader in 1 week fantasy football leagues is FanDuel.com. The money is real. Entry fees start at just $1. There's no season-long commitment, no upfront fees. You play each week or whenever you want. Set a new lineup each week and win every week if you're good enough. Fun doesn't have to stop when the NFL season ends because they got NBA leagues, and they're bigger and better than ever. All right?
This is it, the final week of the fantasy football season on FanDuel. Take your last shot this weekend and walk away with your piece of the $10 million they're paying out this weekend. Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use our code BRILLIANT and sign up now, okay?
That's right. The code is brilliant. The new user special FanDuel is giving a bonus of up to $200 on your first deposit. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. Offer is only good for the first 50 people that use our code BRILLIANT. Don't forget to use our code BRILLIANT. Don't miss out on all the fantasy football you can handle. FanDuel.com, where every week is new season. That's FANDUEL.com. Sign up today.
Yeah,
please.
I want y'all to really pay attention to Guy Code. It comes on 11:30.
That's right.
11:30 after Wildin' Out on TV2.
If Mero is not funny on that shit, shit on him so bad because he's bullshitting, talking about he don't give a fuck no more. Troll
And add us in the tweets.
Shit out
Add
of him.
us in the
Yes.
tweets.
Make sure you add us and let us know that Mero is
Word.
not shit. Please.
You can meet me on Tremont and Samson. I'll hand you the fucking fade. Motherfucker.
Right outside Dunkin' Donuts.
Right inside the fucking bodega, nigga. Fade your shit.
What else?
And the
y'all-
sad part is, I'd have to back Mero up.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, if niggas was like, yo, Mero's trash, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, Mero will be like, I'm gonna go duff this nigga out for talking shit about me on Twitter. I'll be
Yo,
like,
we
yo,
out.
I can't really co-sign that because we're both from the Bronx. What time you want me to be there?
Now, Jesus, as a militant black man, do you think Mero's a sellout for being married to a white woman?
Yes. No, it makes things difficult for me because when, like, say, like, we're recording a podcast and the revolution pops off, I gotta kill his wife. I gotta kill his wife in front of him, so
listen,
he knows that I'm not bullshitting
She
around.
gets a
Other white
pass.
people know it.
She gets a
She
pass.
gets a pass.
She's married to me. She
If
gets a
anything,
pass.
she's destroying what I'm fighting for about making mixed kids.
Mixed kids. Listen, now you know what though?
That little fucking
Mixed
nesty,
kids.
quick children come through, and I can't tell if they black or white. You're gonna upset the whole apple cart, nigga.
He's like, this nigga looks white, but look at his nose.
All right, gonna have to get the paper bag test.
That's gonna be the whole world in 2050.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's why I'm trying to get this shit started now.
That's
That's
what's
what's
gonna end
gonna end
racism.
They're gonna
Is
find something new.
biracial children.
No, biracial children. When
It's
the
not
whole
gonna end
world looks
racism.
like Willow Smith and Jaden Smith, things are not gonna get better.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Imagine a whole world full of
You know what's
Jadens,
gonna
man.
happen?
Imagine the knowledge being spread.
They're gonna be
by a whole
fighting over
world full of
legacy
J-
then.
Hey, man.
Their
something-
legacy is that of. They're gonna say my legacy is that of white people, so we're still superior. That's what they're going. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what the
Oh,
Dominicans say.
Do you
right
think
now.
your kids are gonna be more inclined to rep Dominican or Jew?
Dominican.
Yeah.
My kid, my
Hey,
kids. I don't.
listen to these
you know what's
coaches.
crazy?
Listen to these
bro.
coaches.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
Correct me if
Teach
I'm
him
wrong.
better.
These coaches.
Teach him better, man.
No one in
Dominican
their whole
Republic.
entire life has said, I'd rather be Dominican than Jewish.
Exactly.
Well-
Teach him better, man.
No one.
Wow, look,
No
they
one
can be
ever said
both.
that.
They
No
can be
one will
both.
ever say that.
Nah, you know what the beautiful thing is? They could be both.
They can
Because
be.
Jewish is not a race.
No,
It's a
because Jewish
culture.
people are quiet.
Actually, they're
Somebody told Amari Stoudemire
100%
that
Jewish.
same bullshit.
No, they're 100.
Now look at him.
No.
He taking more low baths.
Somebody told Amari
Your
Stoudemire and
kids
Shine
are
that
100%
same
He
bullshit.
don't got no basis. He don't got no.
Because
That
they
nigga
came
just,
from your wife.
He
What do
woke
you
up
think-
one day and was like, I'm
What do you
Jewish.
think other Jewish people are saying when Sean comes to the synagogue with the yarmulke? They're
Exactly.
like, yo,
'Cause that
yo,
nigga just
all
said-
right, Sean, when Sean leaves, they're
Nah,
like,
dude.
You know
this
what?
nigga.
Because them niggas woke up one day. Well, them niggas woke up one day and
They're
said,
like,
I'm
this nigga
Jewish.
that shot up the club is Jewish now?
It's different. If you're only Jewish if you come from the Jewish vagina.
That's right.
And your wife is Jewish.
Jewish.
You don't have to be Jewish.
I don't have to be,
So
but
your
my kids
are
are.
100% Jewish, and they can't say shit about it.
But did
When-
somebody tell Amari Stoudemire that shit? Because he ain't come out of no
Nobody's
Jewish
taking
vagina.
that seriously.
Listen,
That's
so
what I'm
he
saying.
keeps his
Him and
contract.
Shine, these niggas woke up one day and were like, I think I'm going to be Jewish. My great-great-great-grandfather on my mother's side saw a Jewish woman in the bodega once, so that means I'm Jewish.
Nobody takes him serious.
Nobody
right?
takes him serious. my kids
They have no Jewish privilege.
They don't.
Okay.
My kids may have, saying they might have Jewish privilege. They might be able to rock. When my first son was about to be born, we went to the OB, and the OB was a Jewish lady, like for real Jewish, like they wear the wigs and shit.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, looks at me and says, yo, no offense. I was like, okay, what's she about to say? Like when white people come up to you and say no offense, they about to disrespect the shit out of you. So she comes up to me, she says no offense. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna have to clap this bitch at the OB's office in Englewood, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So she says no offense, but your children are Jewish. I was like, how you figure that?
Why would you be offended by that?
Why would I be offended? Number one, why would I be offended? But okay, because, and then she broke it down for me. In the Jewish faith, when the mother's Jewish, the child is Jewish. I was raised Catholic. In the Catholic religion, if your father's Catholic, you're Catholic. Yeah. So my kids are Catholic Jews. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the whole Jewish shit is like I was saying, it's not a race. So my kids could be Dominican and Jewish. I know Dominican Jews. Shout out to Adam Newhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of wavy because you could rep the Dominican shit, and then you could also rep your Jewish shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you get accepted. You could kind of ride the fence that way.
Well, at least you know your culture.
And I'm gonna raise my kids.
And my kids are like
your kids constantly. They're gonna be in the same parochial school, and I'm gonna be like, yo. Every time you see me,
you gonna put your kids in Hebrew school, nigga?
You know what? Just to get mad at you, I will. I'm gonna have a little Amari Stoudemire. You gonna see my son, a little goon with the little fucking curls and some Timbs, and nigga gonna be pumping his fist like this during Shabbat, like yo, I'm gonna fuck this nigga up. As soon as that nigga get the fucking Passover plate, I'm gonna hit that nigga with the Seder.
So what's up with you motherfuckers podcast, man?
You know what I'm saying? We're on hiatus right now, but we coming back.
Trying to make sense out of what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? It's contractual, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We're like Tupac, we got locked up.
What would a rapper say? You interview a lot of rappers. What would a rapper say if they're in between deals?
Rapper be like, I got a lot of things on the table.
Yeah, exactly. We got a lot of things on the table right now.
Free agent right now.
You know what I'm saying? We just taking a little time off to work on our craft.
We working on some projects, you know what I mean? We got some dope shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Just, diversifying and, just coming out with
I want to get my head right. We want to be in the right
work.
mental space for when we do come back.
Shout out to 50 Cent for using the word "I'm in this space" 8,000 times in every interview. I'm in a really good space right now with these headphones.
But no, we gotta bring we're definitely because the people want the podcast. Yeah. Like they're on our Instagram, they're on the Twitter.
Where is it?
Like,
Where's it coming?
Can't believe you gonna fuck y'all niggas up. I don't know about that last one, like threatening us to bring back the podcast. I don't understand how that would work.
That's not gonna work.
But, people want it, and if we find the right venue for it, we definitely will bring it back.
Loudspeaker Network, baby.
All right,
hey,
we gotta
holla.
see the contracts, man. We gotta see the contracts. Make sure everything's right.
Somebody's writing a contract right now.
Contract?
Contracts, handshakes.
Handshakes, man.
Push it.
I do this shit for a wet roast and a limerita. So
I think that you guys need to get permission from the white man first before you do it.
We do. You know what I'm saying? It's holding us back. That's the reason why we got to took it off the air.
That's where the anger is. The white man said no.
The white man was like, you know what? These guys, they're disruptive and they're problematic. Get them off the air ASAP.
That's the problem. They couldn't find a way to monetize our militancy.
That's right.
You gotta do that shit.
That shit only works when they can make money off the revolution.
You can only hate white people when white people can make money off you.
They can make that, all right?
That's the only white hate we allow.
So you're at Guy Code every Wednesday, 11:30. Desus and Mero are 2 new members of the cast. What else y'all got cooking over there? Joking off, of course.
In April.
Yep.
So that's gonna be such a good look.
A lot of good. That's
gonna be. I'm gonna have to change my number.
It's gonna be dope.
And what else y'all working on over there?
We got a bunch of shit. We got shit for the summer.
Yeah, man.
Got the mixtape on deck. Do we got a mixtape coming out?
We got a mixtape coming out.
Okay.
Everyone got mixtape.
Well, give them your Twitters and all that good stuff, man. Tell them where to find you.
Well, you can find me at the Kid Mero. You know what I'm saying? Spelled just like that. TheKidMero. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram, same handle. You know what I mean? Where else am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm on East Tremont usually. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy with the Pele. You know what I'm saying? The two-tone Durag in 2015.
Holla.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Desus Nice. Twitter name is Dominican Jew. Find me out there. Desus Nice. Desus Nice on Twitter. Desus Nice. Shit. I'm on Twitter. If you can find me on Twitter, you'll find me on some other shit.
You find this thing on Twitter by accident.
Yeah, like niggas. If you see a dog with a ski mask on, looking like he's about to do a home invasion, that's me.
Just follow all the Beatles fans that are pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Need you right
follow
to
the
Jesus
trail of white tears to my altar. That's where I'm at, brother.
Oh, man.
That's me right there.
Man, fuck this nigga up.
You see my new show coming on MTV2 called Kill Whitey. It's in the pilot stage right now.
Yo, you know what's funny? One of the first pilots I did with MTV2 was me and Duval. It was a show called Weekends with Whitey.
Oh.
And they was taking us and putting us in white situations.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Needless to say, it didn't get picked up.
It's probably for the better.
Needless to say, it didn't get picked up. I was shocked the name cleared.
Listen.
Listen.
I was about to say, like, ain't no way it's going through. They'd be like, we'll love it.
Listen.
We'll love it. 12 episodes.
That's a working title, right?
There we go.
Weekends with Whitey. Okay, let's explore that.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody at MTV2 though, man. They've been really good.
Word.
Shout out to MTV2, our home.
Hell yeah.
That's our home, baby. The double-headed dog.
Shout out to
Hell yeah.
Viacom for the very powerful Friday in the Lodge with the Wings.
Word.
Guys, listen.
Shout out to Viacom for being the Drake to our stripper.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
They are hooking it up.
Word up. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
You
I be
don't-
writing ballads at night.
Hell yeah. Mero, you don't got to count
Word,
grams
man.
no more.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming
Thanks
through,
for having
man.
us on.
Is that all right?
We've been waiting to get on this for a minute. Pause. So,
Yo, you did great, man.
And when y'all start y'all new Desus and Mero podcast on the Loudspeaker Network, we definitely coming to fuck with
Hell
you.
yeah. Hell yeah.
definitely.
So as always, if you listen to this show and you think we're smart and intelligent and know what the fuck we're talking about, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you've been listening to this show and you think we don't know what the fuck we're talking about, especially when it comes to racism, segregation, and slavery,
And uncut dicks.
and uncut dicks, if you think we're just a bunch of idiots, you're right too.
See that the calling it an uncut dick makes it sus. Calling it uncut.
Okay,
makes it sus.
so calling it an uncut dick makes it sus. Not the whole 15-minute discussion we had about baby dicks. Like, that's not the
I don't. You know what's crazy? Now niggas are really thinking the niggas show each other baby dicks. That was a joke.
Nah, they do that shit.
do
Don't
that
lie.
shit.
Who told you?
This
Who
is the
told you
Brilliant
to do
Idiots
that shit?
He just
podcast.
said that.
ladies
You
and gentlemen.
co-signed
You
it.
co-signed
Thank you
it,
for
man.
that.
I thought you was playing.
Nah, you knew
I was
that
like, where's
shit
I
is
was
real,
like,
yo.
this nigga say this shit. I'm like, where is he gonna
Nah,
go with
There's
this
a
joke?
breaking.
yo.
There's a breaking news banner right now on Univision, and they have a picture of you. Like he gave out our secret.
I was wondering where he was gonna
Don't
take
pull
that.
back on that shit. Do not pull
Pause.
back.
Don't pull back.
The only thing I pulled back on is my foreskin, dog. That's it.